think I can take that trade. So let me get this on real quick. Social media. All right, analytics look okay. Let's link open right here. All right, guys, let me send these links out to the Telegram groups and the social media, and then we can get started, guys. Give me 1 second. Let's get this live real quick. I have my alerts set up for US 30 already, so we're waiting for that signal so we can take that trade. So everything lined up here. So we'll see how it plays out. Let me go ahead and just post this to all the channels so everyone can hop in, and then we can get started, guys. Put this right here. Let's make sure everyone sees the link. I think that's good for that. Let me get it on the social media real quick, Facebook. And I think one last place as well. And let me send out the email so that people don't miss it. All right, I think we're pretty much good for the most part, guys. Let me post it on the Instagram, actually, one last place, and then we should be pretty much good to go. All right. Screenshot that. Swipe up feature. All right, let me charge my phone real quick. I think we're pretty much good to go, guys. So I think all the links have been posted. Everyone should have access, but we'll give it some time for people to join in. But let me check US 30 real quick. So we do have, looks like we're gonna be looking for a sell here, guys, which looks good to me because we're at an all-time high. So I think it's about time that it drops. We'll see how that plays out. Let me go ahead and draw some zones up here just to see where our points of rejection are. Looks like we have one right here. We just need price to break below. I don't think we have anything higher, right? Because we're at a very all-time high. So this is, sort of a risky time to trade US 30 because we don't have the upper zone of rejection. So let's see. So it looks like on the 1 hour, it's actually at a, this is actually better right here. Go and get my rectangle tool. And we can pretty much, yeah, we draw from here. Actually, we should draw this big zone right here. It's actually better. So go back on the 10-minute, and then we'll hide everything here. And you can see how nice that rejection is from that point, right? So we just need price to close below that structure. If price closes below that structure and we get a sell signal, then we should be, pretty much good to go. But we'll just have to be patient because price might continue up further. But we'll see how that plays out. Let me go ahead and check out the chat real quick, guys. I'm done posting up the links, and we're ready to kick off the trading week. So let's see who's here. Hey, morning, Peter. Morning, Spencer. Morning, Josh. Morning, Alec. Morning, Nicole. Morning, Mary. Morning, Akeem. Morning, Oleg. Morning, Matt. Morning, Indra. morning Mary, morning other Josh, morning Jazz, morning Gak, good morning Funky, morning John, morning Victor, morning Wave Blend, morning Hope, morning everybody. So everybody, happy Monday. Hopefully you guys had a great weekend. Some of you guys did attend my weekly chart analysis last night. I think Javon joined it and he took advantage of the GU buy that I was telling people to take. I mentioned that GU was going to shoot up from down here because the US dollar was super weak. So what happened was Javon took it and he made some nice profit. Let me go to the save over here. So I save everyone's profits, guys. So if you guys ever want to see what everyone's been profiting from K2, not me, I like to be, completely transparent and show you guys what everyone else is profiting, because anyone can show you their own profits, right? Like anyone who runs any type of trading service can show you their own profits, but how many of them can show you everyone else's profits, right? So if you go through here, I have everyone's profits. You can see from December 13 up to every single day, everyone's posting their profits from K2. So Javon over here signed up last night and he locked in a nice $700. Yeah, he said that trade you called last night I bought up like crazy as soon as I said it was going to be a buy. So he bought GU that I mentioned last night and he made a killing off it because it shot up, let's see, it shot up nearly 200 pips. So he made a ton of profit off that trade. And if you guys attended that last session, which, was also a free session that I have every Sunday, most of the week, you could have profited off that as well. Jazz over here as well. I think you guys took the London entry yesterday. So Jazz made like about $500 off UK 100. He pretty much killed it. Check this out. He took UK 100 and US 30 last night for those sells. So everyone made some pretty nice profit to kick off the trading week. Unfortunately, I didn't take any trades because I was just too sleepy last night after the session. But we're here to make some more profit, guys. So hopefully you guys are ready, because I'm ready and ready to make some profit this week after that slow week last week. But yeah, let me go ahead and check the message out real quick again and see what's going on here. Morning Kasim, morning Merciba, morning Uzman, morning Gypsyland, morning Life Plus, morning Iza, morning everybody. So like I mentioned earlier, guys, I did the weekly chart analysis last night. It was something quick, just to give you guys the zones. If you guys haven't seen that yet, just go on the YouTube and I have all the zones marked up for the week. So if you guys want to take a look at that to see where the rejection points are, you guys can find that on the YouTube page. But looking at the Forex market this morning, I didn't really see many solid entries. I saw some entries, but they weren't very solid. Like UJ right here, I was thinking about calling this sell. However, the market just wasn't looking very smooth. And I'm glad I didn't call it, because look at this huge retracement right here. We would have been in some drawdown if I ended up calling that trade. So thankfully I didn't call that. I used my own personal judgment when entering these trades, even though there's an entry there. This can possibly swing right back down and hit full TP. However, just because of the way that the market's moving today, that's why I decided not to call it. Thankfully, I did it because we would have been in some drawdown. I'll just scan through these pairs real quick, and then we will see what else we got going on here. So I'm just going to go down the list right here. If you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat, and then I can go over any pairs that you guys want me to analyze. But until then, I'll just scan through these Forex pairs to see if there's any possible entries. And then I will check through US 30 to see if we have that drop come anytime soon. Other than that, I will keep looking down this list over here. So we'll start off with odd cat over here. Right here, we have a bullish bias from this previous signal. Obviously, you can see price shot up from here to this point. In order for us to take a buy entry right here, I'd wait for this to close above this structure right here, and then we can take a long position from there. We did have an entry right here. I could have called this last night. However, because of the way the market was moving, I decided not to take it. It was only about a 20 pip profit, so it was too risky for me to want to enter that trade before the retracement happened right there. So odd CAD, that's gonna be one that's pending. I'll just mark this up right there. Let me see if there's any upper zone over here. Yeah, so it doesn't look like there's any upper zones over here. I'm gonna go ahead and draw that upper zone just in case we want to take that entry. So let's see. So it looks like there's a zone that's kind of close right here. I'm just gonna draw this so that we could have some sort of general understanding as to where the next zone is, so we know where to trade and where not to trade. So Looks like that zone's actually really close. It's literally on the line. So it looks like we're probably not going to take this trade if it closes above, just because. Oh man, what happened? I closed. Sorry guys. I think I I deleted one of my time frames here. Let me just add that again. 8 hours. There we go. Yeah, we had this upper zone right here, but it doesn't look like we have much space from here until the rejection point. Yeah, it's way too close. I'm not going to take that trade even if price breaks above it. Let's see what else we got over here. I'm just gonna go and analyze each pair to see if there's anything that I possibly missed. I could have missed some things because I did rush this morning when I was scanning through the pairs. Nothing there. Similar to Odd Cat over here, we have a bullish bias because of this previous buy signal. So in order for us to take this trade, I wait for it to close above here before taking that buy entry. Here's our Odd JPY right here. Same situation with the rest of the AUD pairs. They all look bullish overall. However, right now they have some pullback. So if you guys are still in this trade, it's still technically active. I think most of us got out at TP1 last week, but if you guys are still in it, it still looks good. You know, it might reject off this point and shoot on up to full TP. Odd NZD right here, same situation. Looks like all of the AUD pairs are retracing pretty hard right now. I'm not sure what caused the retracement. Let me check the news real quick. I don't think there was anything that happened in the news that would have caused that to really drop, unless there was like some update to the COVID news. I know that the vaccine is coming out this morning for the US. So right here on CNBC, we have Pfizer negotiating with US to provide an additional 100 million COVID vaccines, CEO says. COVID vaccines now shipping. So this might have some sort of effect on the market. I don't think it's a super direct effect, but all of the AUD pairs are retracing temporarily right now. Obviously, you can see here they were all bullish and they started retracing a bit. So something obviously happened to push market down, but we'll have to wait and see how that plays out, within the next couple hours, because this seems like a temporary retracement. I think it's probably going to retrace down a little bit, then it'll probably shoot right back up with time. So let me go ahead and take a look at everything else over here. CAD CHF, we have a bearish bias because the previous signal was a sell signal. If this closes below here, then we can take a sell entry and write it to the next zone down here. But until that happens, there's not going to be an entry. Let's move on to the next one, CAD JPY. Right here, same situation. We have a bearish bias because the previous signal was a sell signal. So if price closes below the zone on that next candle, which is in about 3 hours, then we can take a short position right here. Obviously, if we decide to take this position, I'm going to go more in detail with my analysis. However, right now, it's just a trade idea of what could possibly happen if price closes below the zone over here. Let's move on to the next one, Chf Jpy. Right here, same situation. It looks like all of these pairs right here are all bearish. So we have a bearish bias right here because we have the most recent signal was a sell signal. So you can see, obviously, price came down right here, retraced up a bit, and then I anticipate it to come down further to retest this structure over here. But looking at this CJ, which is Swiss franc versus the Japanese yen, it's a little more risky compared to the other JPY pairs because both of these currencies are safe haven currencies. So depending on how the economy is doing, this can literally go sideways until like one or the other becomes stronger. So you can see this probably range for a bit before it either corrects back up or it shoots down further. So depending on how it plays out, it looks like the JPY has been weak for the past week or so, and then it just randomly came back down. So I personally think it might swing back up if all of these continue to go back up, and especially because we have a buy for Odd JPY. So in order for this to go up, we would want CHF Jpy to go up as well, because it'll indicate that the JPY is weak and all these JPY pairs should be bullish, right? So we'll see how that plays out. But like I mentioned, the COVID vaccine from Pfizer is coming out today in the US, so that's affecting the market pretty heavily with regard to the USD pairs, like USD JPY right here. See that huge spike? That's most likely due to the vaccine news. So good thing I didn't take that trade. We'll just have to wait and see how the market plays out from there. See Euro Auto over here. David, do you have another YouTube name? Raul said, it's good to hear. Raul said, who has made money with Shawn? Marissa Boss said, sounds good. Thanks, man. Jazz said, who hasn't made money with Shawn? Thanks, Jazz. I know, guys, we have a pretty profitable year so far. So if you guys are brand new here and you guys haven't, taken any of my trades yet, hopefully everything plays out as planned for the rest of the year, so you guys can profit with us as we close out this year. But this year's been pretty profitable so far. If you want to see everyone's profits, I have everyone's profits here documented from today, which is December 14, up until the beginning of time, basically. So I can literally scroll up here. You can see it goes up to November, October, September, August, and you can see that the profits get heavier and heavier during certain time periods. Like during the spring, ton of profits, guys. So that's, I document everything here. So if you ever want to see everyone's profits, I can show you guys full transparency here. Let's see what else we got over here. Let's see. Yeah, Rose said, good to hear. Spot the signals for the week. Seam said, just take your risk. Yeah, definitely. So risk management is going to be the main important thing, guys, for trading. I can give you guys like the best signals ever, but if your risk management isn't on point, you might get margin called out of some positions while all of us are hitting profit. So just make sure that you're not over leveraging, you're doing everything properly. And if you need help with that, just let me know, because I'm here to help you guys. And, a lot of you guys here are beginners, and I'm here to bring you guys to your next level, because I've been trading for a long time and I'm just pretty much paying it back, because when I first started trading, I had no mentor, no course, no nothing. I learned everything on my own. And now you guys have me, so I can help you guys out with pretty much any questions you guys have. Jazz said, I did see something about iron ore prices that affect AUD. So that might be it too. There's a lot of different factors that could be affecting the AUD right now, which is pushing in the opposite direction. But we won't really know until we see price fully react to, whatever news was released. Because the thing is, a lot of these retracements could be temporary, just slightly before they correct back to where they were supposed to go. So we'll see how that plays out. We're not on any of those trades right now, aside from odd JPY, and I'm gonna delete odd NZD because I did close mine and I told everyone to cancel theirs as well. However, I know some of you guys are still in it, so I'll leave the alerts up, but I'm not personally gonna be watching it because I don't have an active position with odd NZD right now. David said we're in for a wild week. David, you got like a million YouTube usernames, bro. I'm gonna take a seat, guys. I've been standing all day. Grab my chair, my desk come down right here. Forex trader said took UK 100 this morning and went well. Got a TP1 for about 400 bucks. Nice, dude. Yeah, it looks like a lot of you guys took the UK 100 if you guys are in the London chat, and it looks like profit was pretty nice for that specific pair. So great job to you guys if you guys made profit off that. Let's see. We have Kasim here. Said, Shawn, do you trade gaps? No, Kasim, I don't trade any gaps. Because if you trade gaps, that's kind of like gambling, bro. Because you're kind of just you're betting that price is going to swing back, like something like this over here. If you see this gap down, and if you were to take a buy because you anticipated it to swing back up, that's just gambling, And I don't gamble. I take trades based on skill and off analysis. So for me, I like to take. I'm very careful with my trades, and that's why we have such a high win rate at K2, because I take trades that I'm almost 100% certain they're going to play out. I'm not here gambling like 50% chances that if price gaps one direction, it's going to fill the gap, or if it's going to continue in the other direction, because it can literally go in either direction. But I personally don't like to trade that way, because if you're just gambling, you're probably going to blow your account, and you're probably not going to last in the trading game that long. Because it can literally go either direction. You can see right here, if you go back and just back test all of these like times when price is gapped or it's spiked pretty heavily, it doesn't always pull back. Most of the time it doesn't, because momentum just continues in that direction. Like right here, you can see price gapped up, it retraced back a little bit, but as soon as it retraced, it shot all the way up, right? So that's what I mean about gambling, because it could literally go either way. Right here, there was a retracement, but looking at these other gaps over here, like when price gapped right here, there was no retracement. So if you decided to gamble that and trade this gap, and then trade this gap, and then trade this gap, you would have been in a loss, because this would have been a slight profit right here. This would have been a slight profit as well, and this would be a total loss. And this would have been a total loss too if you decided to trade these gaps. So I personally don't trade gaps. I don't gamble when I trade. I trade based on probability. So I analyze each pair, and then I analyze each scenario depending on, how many scenarios are available. If there's more than two, I probably won't take it because the probability is going to be offset. But if there's like two main scenarios that can play out, then I'll probably take it, and then I'll weigh in the rest of the factors before taking the trade. Funky said, not sure if this is what you meant by questions, but I'm super confused on how opposing trades affect my free margin. Funky said 3 plus 3. Sorry, ignore that. 3 plus 3. So yes, especially the US 30. So Funky, for US 30, depending on which broker you have, margin is calculated differently. If you're using a normal broker that measures it by standard lots, then your margin is probably going to be set at about 0.01 lot size per $1,000. So if you have less than $1,000, you're probably going to hit max margin. You're going to get margin called out. If you're using a special broker that allows for less margin, then you can probably trade with a 0.01 per $100. So it just really depends on your broker. I'm not sure which broker you're using, Funky. Maybe if you could provide it, I can possibly give you some insight. But yeah, there's like there's two different types of brokers. There's one that measures them as E-minis, and those would let you trade with a smaller amount. If you're trading with a standard lot, like a broker like Hugo's Way, a broker like IC Market, something like that, they'll require a bit more capital because they don't measure them by mini lots. So it just really depends on which OKU Hugo's Way. So you should be having at least $1,000 per 0.01. So that's going to be you can trade with more, but if you trade with more, the odds of you getting margin called out are a lot higher. So we only recommend a 0.01 per $1,000. If you're trading anything more than that, like a 0.02 or 0.03 is the complete max. If you start trading that, you're probably going to get margin called out because you're risking 30% of your account with that. So if you're risking a 0.01, you're risking about 10%. Which is fine. But if you go anything higher than that, you're likely going to get margin called out. So you can only have like one US 30 trade up at a time per $1,000. Yeah, you should be fine. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so you said you use a 0.01. You should be perfectly fine if you have at least 1,000 in your account. That should give you enough wiggle room to reach maybe a 2,000 pip or 3,000 pip risk. And that'll push it up to 30% risk. So if you get up to that point, then you'll probably get margin called out. But anything below that, you should be perfectly fine. Okay, so there goes that question over there. Let me take a look at US 30 again. Wow, so US 30 is still pushing up, guys. It looks like it's breaking that structure that we drew earlier. And I think it's at another all-time high. Now, let me check if there's anything here for... Like you said, learned the hard way. I made 800 with K2 and lost 600 the same day. Yeah, the problem with that is you probably got margin called out, or the risk was just too high. But yeah, that's how US 30 is, Funky. The thing is, you have to really trade it based on risk, because if you take too big of a lot size, it just becomes obviously like way too risky. But you learn from it. You made a mistake, and then now you learn from it. So you should be fine moving forward, not to possibly make that mistake again. But looking at US 30, guys, we're at a new all-time high. This is crazy. In the middle of a pandemic, we're at an all-time high here at about 30,308. So if this continues to push up, we'll have to wait and see. I really don't want to take a trade if it keeps pushing up, because it just opens up the gates for manipulation. Because depending on where sentiment is, then price may follow or push in the opposite direction. So it's at an all-time high right here. I would anticipate that sentiment is majority people are short, because if you're at this high, obviously a lot of people are anticipating price to come crashing down, right? The thing with that is the banks and institutions aren't going to make it that easy for traders, especially retail traders. What they're going to do is they're probably going to keep pushing this up to stop everyone out, right? They're just going to keep spiking it up, bring it down a little bit, have people think that it's finally going to drop, and then spike it up again to keep stopping people out, right? So that's why I personally wouldn't take a trade right now, because there's just going to be a lot of room for manipulation. Let's go ahead and check out the IG sentiment real quick. And I'm pretty sure majority of people are short because everyone's probably looking at the same thing. And you know how I mentioned before, you guys have to analyze charts like you're playing chess. You have to understand and anticipate what the next move is going to be, because if you don't do that, you could be caught on the wrong side of the market. So let's check out the IG sentiment for a second. Have it open right here. Just as I thought, look how many people are short. 71% of people in the market are short right now. So what do you think the market makers and institutions are going to do? They're going to do the opposite of these people. They're going to go bullish because they want people to get stopped out so that they can make their money. And then once enough people get stopped out, they're going to dump price pretty heavy. And then you guys have seen that before, right? I'm sure you guys have seen that before, where you guys take you think it's at a resistance, right? So what do most people do? Most price action traders, they take a short position right here. They enter their short position somewhere around here, and then their stop loss is like right above here, right? You can see that price ended up spiking up right here. They probably got stopped out, typical. And then what's going to happen here is people are going to try to get in for a second entry, right? Because people are like, oh, that was just manipulated. Price got spiked up. So what they're going to do is they're going to enter another short position right here. They're going to put their stop loss a little higher, somewhere right here. What do you think is going to happen at that point? The market maker is going to spike price again and one more time to stop everyone out, right? And then they'll bring it back down here again. So that's like 2 stop outs right there. At this point, again, a normal trader will they'll analyze this as, market got manipulated twice. That's bad luck. So they're going to go in for a third time and then enter a short position here, and they're going to put their stop loss even higher, somewhere around here, right? This always happens. I'm sure you guys have seen this before. As soon as price comes down, they're going to spike price up one last time. And then that person's going to get stopped out, and they're going to be upset and be like, damn, the market's fucked, right? And then as soon as they stop looking at it, price comes straight down and hits their full TP. So I'm sure you guys have witnessed that before. It's probably happened to you a couple of times. And that's just market manipulation. That's why I wouldn't enter this trade right here, because majority of people are short. You don't want to trade where everyone's trading, because majority of people fail at trading because they keep getting screwed in these like little games that the market makers and institutions play with you. So you guys got to make sure not to fall for those games. Don't jump into the trade yet unless you're 100% certain, because the market's being messed with right now. Obviously, you can tell it's at an all-time high during a pandemic. I don't necessarily see anything in the news affecting it directly. Aside from these COVID vaccines, I know obviously this is going to affect the market, but the thing is, these are emergency vaccines. They're not for the masses. So there's not enough vaccine to save the entire U.S. and to bring the U.S. back out of its economic downturn. So obviously this right here is just, I wouldn't take it until I get a sell signal, and then it probably closes like, some point down here, because at that point we can probably anticipate that the drop has started. But until then, it's probably just going to keep pushing up. You can see right here that this keeps pushing up even further. And this is, you guys don't want to be short right now. Look at it keep pushing up. It's just going to stop you out if you're short. I personally would get out of it, because it's just going to keep pushing up even further to stop everyone out. You can keep checking the sentiment right here. Once the sentiment starts to turn and it goes down to like maybe 60%, 65%, then I will take the short. Right now, it's still too high, because there's still a lot of people that are in this trade that are short. So what do you think the market makers and institutions want to do? They want to make their money. So they want to stop all these people out first before they drop price, because obviously it can only go so high until it dumps, right? But if you guys are in a sell right now, you're in this sell like way too early, because there's too many people in a sell right now. You don't want to be caught with these sheep right here. Pretty much all these people are getting herded into enter a short position, and then they just keep getting stopped out. If you would just wait and be patient for the actual entry, then you wouldn't get stopped out. You probably get stopped out once, but you wouldn't be getting stopped out a bunch of times here. Oh no, so Funky said, gosh, Shawn, I feel like you're speaking directly to me. I'm short. Yeah, I didn't even know you were short, Funky, but hopefully it comes down before it gets to your stop loss. Where's your stop loss at, Funky? If you don't mind telling me, I can map it out and see how far are you from that next point. Maybe we could make some adjustments, or we can see if you're if there's a possibility of it possibly not reaching your stop loss. Because me personally, I would probably just exit the trade and then wait for a better entry. No, Funky said real tears. Yeah, Gene Vaughn over here, he went in for a buy. So yeah, Gene Vaughn, I think you should be all right for a bit. If you're in for a buy, I would trail your stop though, because like I mentioned, this is at an all-time high. Once sentiment starts getting lower because people start getting stopped out, they're probably going to dump the price. So obviously it's getting pumped right now. Whoever like is pumping US 30 is like temporarily pumping it to stop all those people out. It's just going to keep pushing up a bit, and then it's probably going to come crashing down at some point. So what I would do is, if you're in that buy, Gene Vaughn, I would move your stop loss and profit. So if it's currently in profit, just move your stop loss and profit, and then slightly move it up as price continues to move up further. That way, when price comes right back down, like how it would right here, it would stop you out in profit, and then you can catch the wave in the opposite direction. So it's gonna be a little risky, but you know, I wouldn't play around at the US 30 right now, especially if it keeps pushing up like this. Funky, you're crazy. Funky said no stop loss, laugh mask off. I went in bold as fuck. Deswell said I'm short, but to my stop loss is 34.50. Let's see. So Deswell's in this trade right here. His stop loss is at 34.50. Okay, so your stop loss is pretty high, Deswell. I think you should probably possibly be okay. Yeah, you should probably be okay, because that's pretty far out. I don't think it'll, I mean, it might go that high, but I don't think it's going to go that high until something in the news really pushes it up. You know, aside from the COVID vaccine, like I mentioned, it's an emergency vaccine, guys. It's not for the masses. So until it goes for the masses, then we'll probably see some huge spikes up. But currently, right now, I just see this as pushing up like a little too. It's just pushing up slowly until it ends up dropping, because, like I mentioned, the sentiment is still short, majority short. And I personally can't identify the high or the ceiling, because it's currently at an all-time high. So until that, you know, until something has been established, some sort of structure up there, it's you know, it's probably just going to continue up even further. DJ said, DJ Dow Jones is going to 31,000, buy and hold. I mean, it possibly could. I just don't know if it's gonna. Let's see how far is. That's pretty far. Yeah. So maybe it'll get to that point, like maybe by next year. I don't think it's gonna happen by the end of the year. You only have about 15 days left in the calendar year. I think 15 or 16 days. It's a long time for it to reach 31,000. Let me go on the daily. So let's see when the year ends over here. The year is going to end right here on the 31st. And DJ is anticipating US 30 to reach 31,000. Actually, it might reach it by the end of the year. It could. There's no saying it can't. So like say if we have, you know, some sort of COVID update for the masses, some COVID vaccine update for the masses, then we can probably see this skyrocket, because all of the stocks within the Dow index are going to go skyrocketing high. You know, if I go here to Dow 30 index, I can like easily point out what's going to you know, what's going to skyrocket if that happens. So if that happens, Boeing's probably going to go up. It's already up right now. Boeing's going to go up. Amgen's going to go up, because obviously people are going to fly again, right? So Boeing's going to go up. Chevron's going to go up. I don't know if Johnson & Johnson has some sort of leg in the vaccine, but if they do, they'll probably go up as well. Procter & Gamble will go up. Yeah, I mean, there's a good amount of companies here that will go up if you know, the vaccine comes out for the masses, which it'll come out eventually, guys. It's just, you know, it's a matter of time. I just don't see it coming out by the end of the year. Probably like maybe by spring next year. That's when they'll start rolling it out for the masses. Otherwise, Like I mentioned, it's just the emergency vaccine right now that was passed. So I mean, we'll see what happens here. There's a lot that can happen from now until the end of the year. We still have about 16 days left. Yeah, 16, 17 days. And a lot can happen from now until then. So let's just go back to the shorter time frame, because obviously there's no point in us really looking out in the future that far out, because we're trading for right now. So let's see. So it looks pretty decent. Let me go ahead and draw some zones over here. I'm going to draw some zones on the 10-minute to see where, all the rejection points are. And then we can possibly draw like, some sort of storyline here to see how everything played out from last week until now. So I'm going to draw my zones right here. All right, so we got all these zones right here lined up. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. I don't mind checking any other pairs if you guys aren't interested in US 30. It's just since we're trading the New York session, US 30 is probably like our main concern, because this is our main trade during the New York session, aside from the Forex pairs, because I do trade Forex on the 4-hour candle close, and the next 4-hour candle is not for another 2.5 hours. So we're not going to be looking for Forex trades until then. Currently, we're going to be more focused on DJ right here, analyzing US 30 for our next entry. Oh yeah, definitely. David said, go ahead, buy and hold. Nice. So DJ said he bought at 28,800 damage. You bought from the very low. So you must have been holding that trade for a long time. If you were, if you bought from that low, 28,800. So you've been holding this since early November. That's pretty good. Yeah, no, it's pretty good. You got it at a pretty nice support area right here. So if I looked at my zones from this point, looks like there's a bunch of areas here where people could have bought the dip. Similar to you probably bought it from like way down here, like early November. That was when the other drop happened. So that's a really good entry. If you're in at that point, you're pretty much cool, because you already locked in a ton of profit off that trade. But yeah, I don't know how this will play out from now until the end of the year, because this can easily spike down. If something crazy happens, like from now until the end of the year, like the vaccines like has some sort of crazy side effect, or something happens, like people get worse, then this could probably continue dropping. The thing too is that the holidays, since people are traveling, there's a lot of people interacting with other people. Odds are the numbers are going to get really high for COVID from now until not just the end of the year, but until like maybe the end of the first month of 2021. When that happens, we're probably going to see some sort of spike down. It might not be anything too drastic, but we're definitely going to see some drop. So I'm probably, if I was going to enter this for a buy and hold for a long term, I would wait for a better price. Right now, it's way too overpriced right now. It's so high. And the last thing I want to do is enter a buy position here, and then it dumps on me, and then I'm holding this for a while until it recovers back up. So yeah, DJ got in at a very good price at 28,000. If I got in there, then yeah, I'd be super happy right now too. It's just, I think it's just it's way too expensive right now for me to personally enter into it. If you guys think it's going to continue up from this point, then go ahead and buy. But me personally, I don't want to get in at this price. This is the high it's been in like forever. So it's going to have to drop at some point once the the bigger players in the market decide to sell off their shares or their futures and contracts, stuff like that. So we'll see how this plays out. Let me see what else we got over here. Funky is asking, is Euro Nzd selling? So let me pull up Euro Nzd real quick. Euro Nzd. So Funky, looking at Euro Nzd right here, it's currently obviously in a, bearish bias right here. It's in a strong downtrend. So we can zoom in a little bit from here. You can see that the high started from this point, and it's literally just been going down since then. It's been going down, established a low right here, retraced up a little bit, and then it's coming right back down. So for Euro NZD right here, if this candle closes with a sell signal and price closes below the structure right here, then this would confirm a bearish bias right there, and we can probably ride this down to let me adjust this. We could probably ride this down to this next zone over here for about 50 or 60 pips. Yeah, for about 60 pips. And then if price closes below there, then we can probably ride it down even further for the next drop, right? So that could be this scenario right here. However, price is currently at a zone, so I wouldn't take that trade until price breaks below, because you know, one of two things can happen. Price can either break below it, or price can reject off it and shoot right back up here and then range within these two zones. So that's why I wouldn't jump into this trade just yet. I would wait for confirmation for price to break below this zone over here, so that price can repeat what it did over here. See what happened here? We had a what did we have? We had a sell signal here, and then price came and tested this structure right here. You can see right here, whenever price closes above it, so you have a buy signal right here, right? You can see price breaks above it. Previous signal was a buy signal, and then it ends up shooting from this zone to this zone right here. So price is pretty much just going around testing zones. So until we get that sell signal, I wouldn't take that sell yet, because price can easily close below here and not break below here. It can probably just close below here like it did right here. And then if it closes above like it did right here, look at that huge bullish move up. You don't want to get caught in this move if you're in a sell. So it went up about 165 pips right there. And then, you know, per usual, it ends up rejecting off the structure as it did right here, provided a sell signal, and then it came down to test this structure right here, right? So price is pretty much going back and forth right now. But I wouldn't necessarily say it has a sell bias just yet, because that sell signal disappeared. If it reappears and it closes below the structure, then yeah, I would take the sell. However, if it isn't closing and it rejects off this point, then obviously it's going to be a buy. So be careful with that. I wouldn't enter that trade until there's, you know, some sort of extra confirmation, because this could still well enough shoot back up, because you can see prices bouncing from structure to structure. You can see price came down right here, rejected off the structure, buy signal. It shot up to this point over here, right? Price rejected off this structure, sell signal. What happened from there? Went from this structure all the way down to here. Again, right here, price consolidated a little bit, but you can see this main rejection started right here, right? So the rejection started here. We got a buy signal. We had another rejection right here. As soon as it broke this structure right here, it went up and tested this structure as well. So you guys have to look at it from a bigger perspective and see what happens within the market here. So let me go ahead and see what's going on in the chat. Let me see. I think there was another question that was asked over here. So Funky, there goes your EN right there. Next question from Funky is asking, AJ broke your structure, I think, towards a buy. So let me pull up AJ real quick. Yeah, Funky. So right here, we still have a bullish bias. Like I mentioned earlier this morning when we first got on this live, I mentioned that the AUDs were overall bullish, but this morning they had a little retracement pullback right there. You can see all of the AUD pairs. They're all very bullish, but then they just had a pullback this morning. I wasn't sure what caused the pullback right here, but you know, referring to your AJ over here, price did break below the structure and then broke right above it, right? So this is why I anticipate it to continue up further. But currently right now, we just have this, I would say it's temporary pullback, because I'm not sure exactly how long is this going to, you know, pull back for. But I think overall, it's probably going to continue back upwards, because all the JPY pairs are weak. So JPY right here, well, all the ones that correlate are weak. So JPY, it's, you know, overall bullish right here, obviously. Look at CJ over here, it's bullish. Look at EJ over here. It's bullish as well. GJ, it's bullish, and NJ, it's bullish as well. So I think AJ, in general is probably going to swing up, especially because the AUD is overall strong and the JPY is overall weak. So this is probably going to swing back up here. But like I mentioned, I'm not sure what caused the AUD to be weak temporarily, but due to that fact, I probably wouldn't want to enter the trade just yet until there's some sort of extra confirmation indicating that it's going to move smoothly upwards, because the last thing I want to do is enter a trade and then I end up getting stopped out because of spikes in price. So let me see what else we got over here. So yeah, hopefully that helps Funky with AJ right there. I do think it's going to come up. Overall, I think it's going to come up, but currently I think right now it's still it's in limbo because of the AUD pairs that are slightly being pulled back. But if you want to re-enter this trade, you can probably put a buy stop right here at this entry, which is 78.524. And then that way you'll have a pending order, but you're not going to be in the trade. So when price does spike up, it'll automatically fill your order and then you catch that wave upwards. And that's just being a conservative trader. A lot of people would want to enter market right here because they see price above the structure. But for me, I want to be careful and I only want to take trades that are for sure. Because if you place a buy stop here, that's going to allow you to enter the trade, but you don't have to have any skin in the game yet. It's just going to be sitting there so that when price does spike up, it'll fill your order and then you can get in the trade. That way you don't have to be sweating, because if you see price pull back right here, I know this happens all the time. Say you enter a market order right here, right? Because you're so positive it's going to swing up. What happens? Price comes down a little bit and you're like, damn, I should have just waited. And then if you just put a buy stop there, you're pretty much just waiting, but you're not necessarily waiting to enter the order. You have a pending order there ready to be filled for when price actually goes in the direction that you anticipated. So yeah, hopefully that helps, Funky. Thanks. Yeah, Funky said you teach well, Shawn. Thank you. No problem. David said DXY is raging. So I'm going to check out DXY right now. DXY is the dollar index. If you guys aren't familiar with it, if you guys want to see, how the dollar is truly moving, then you can look at the dollar index, because this is going to show you how strong the dollar is in comparison to, the future, how the actual dollar is moving when it's not being paired with another currency. So look at the dollar here. It's been weak for like a long time. This is why I short, or no, I long all of the USD pairs. So like AU, I think that's a long, EU, it's a long, GU is a long, NU is a long, and then opposite UCAD, USD, CHF are all shorts, because the dollar index is just crazy weak. So I'm thinking about even trading the future because the dollar is just so weak. But right now it's spiked up. This is like I mentioned earlier, probably because of the COVID vaccine that was just released, the Pfizer one. But I don't think that's gonna hold for very long, because everyone is excited and hyped because we have a vaccine that's out. But like I mentioned, it's not for the masses. It's let me see what they have here. See, this is pushing up price too, because basically, if we get 100 million COVID vaccine doses, that's going to be a great thing for the U.S. economy. A lot of people will have access to this. But like I mentioned, right here, it's still emergency use. It's not necessarily where you can just go in and be like, oh, I want a vaccine. They're not going to give it to you. They're only going to give it to people that are like getting close to dying due to the virus. But this is definitely pushing price up. It's just how long can it push until it'll come dropping, right? Because if I look at the DXY right here and I check out the structures, it's got some way to go, but it's not that much higher. So I think once price reaches this point or gets close to it, it will probably come crashing back down. Because you can see right here, it's still very, very bearish. I think if it does pull up a little bit, it might not even pull up that high. If it pulls up anywhere near it, it can easily come crashing right back down. So it's just too risky right now for me to really want to speculate on this, because I don't know if there's going to be any other updates that happen. I do know that the Fed's going to be speaking on Wednesday. So on Wednesday, you guys can see this heavy news day right here. We have the OPEC meeting, which is the oil meeting, among all the bigger countries. And then we also have the the Fed speaking, they're going to be giving their economic projections, which are not going to be good, obviously, because we're still in a I guess in some sort of recession right now because of the virus. So the U.S. is going to speak on Wednesday. I don't think it's going to be good news, obviously, because nothing good has really happened aside from the emergency vaccine. So this is definitely going to affect the market. I think this is what's going to happen. Price is probably going to push up a little bit, and then by Wednesday, it's just going to come crashing down because I don't think the Fed has anything really good to say until there's any like real update in the market, because today's the 14th, so today's Monday, Tuesday's the 15th, and then 16th will be Wednesday. That's when the drop's probably going to happen right here. So just keep that in mind, guys. Keep that in mind that there's a lot of news this week. So a lot of you guys don't follow the news, but if you look at Forex Factory and look at the calendar, there's a ton of news going on. So the market's going to be affected heavily one way or another with regard to any of these news events, because I could already see all of these to be not good news for the economy. So we'll see how that plays out, guys. But like I mentioned, there's a lot of different factors that factor into analyzing these specific assets. So let me go back to the normal Forex pairs real quick, just to check on that. So AJ looks fine right there. Let me go ahead and take a look over here to see if there's any other questions before I continue on further. So CDJ said NQ will hit all-time high as well. Yeah, I can see that too. It's especially if all of these are pushing up like that. Like just look at US 30, new all-time high. S&P over here, all-time high. It's just crazy to see this happening, because the last thing you would expect during a pandemic is the stock market to be at an all-time high, right? But it's just going to keep getting pushed up. So hopefully you guys aren't in a sell for US 30 just yet, because like I mentioned, the sentiment is still 71% short. So there's more people. So look, there's a bunch of people here betting on the market. They're betting that US 30 is going to come dumping down. But if you guys saw my analysis earlier this morning, it's doing exactly what I mentioned, right? Like price was right here, and I mentioned that the market makers and institutions were going to spike price up to stop everyone out. So what's going to happen here is it's going to get pushed up, might retrace down a little bit. People are going to enter more sells, then they're going to spike price back up to stop them out again. And then they're just going to keep messing with people until sentiment changes, right? See that spike up right there. When sentiment changes from 72% to maybe 60%, 65%, then that's when you'll see prices start dropping. Look at this crazy bullish move right here, guys. This is crazy. This is like literally crazy. So hopefully you guys aren't in that sell. Hopefully you guys were in this webinar at the beginning, because I did mention this is exactly what was going to happen. I said price was going to come up. It was going to retrace down right here, which it did. And then I said it was going to continue pushing up, right? So look what happened. It pushed right back up. It's just going to keep messing with people until they shake everyone out. Once they shake everyone out, they're going to drop it. So be careful, guys. If you guys are in a sell for US 30, I personally would close it. And then just make a re-entry later once, it starts to actually drop, because I don't see the drop happening right now, especially with sentiment so high on the short side. So let me keep looking over here and read what everyone's been saying. Gene Vaughn said, are you going to take the vaccine? Definitely not. I'm not going to take it. Maybe not for a while, not until maybe next spring, because I want to see what happens, dude. Like I want to see people get sick, what kind of reactions happen to the vaccine, because I'm not trying to be the the guinea pig, obviously, because this vaccine hasn't really been tested to the masses. So depending on who takes it, everyone's going to be affected differently. So I'm personally not going to take it. David over here might have to take it, right, David? David, do you think they're going to make you take it for the army and stuff? I feel like they would. Basically, all the military branches are probably going to have to take it. All the medical people are going to have to take it. But I'm not going to take it. I'm going to lock myself up at home, make sure I don't have to take it. Let me keep going through the questions real quick. Dang, nice. So DJ said he's up like 100K for Dow because he's held it from 28,000. So, you know, I wouldn't second guess that. If he was holding it from that low, 28,000 is like, wow, it's like 6,000 pips, or it's more than that. It's probably like closer to 10,000 pips. It's pretty crazy. Dennis says it's about to be like World War Z, right? So it's gonna be crazy. Yeah, David said he's gonna have no choice, so he's gonna have to take that vaccine. So we'll see. Let me keep going down these questions real quick to see if I missed anything else. Desol said, trust me, US 30 gap is going to spike down and fill that gap. Yeah, Givon said I hopped at a US 30 indecisive. I think that's a good choice, Givon, because it's just too risky. Look at these wicks right here. You can see that there's a struggle now for US 30. This thing could easily come dropping down at some point, or it can continue pushing up. So I think what might happen here is it'll spike down. It'll lure the sellers in. So if it drops down, people are going to want to enter that sell because they're like, oh, it's starting to drop, right? But that's probably not what's going to happen. It's going to drop to here. As soon as it drops there, it's going to spike right back up, stop everyone out. Because this is what's going to happen. Price is going to come down. People are in a short position. Their stop loss is going to be right here because, you know, it's where everyone puts their stop loss at the previous swing, right? So as soon as that happens, the market maker is going to be like, nope, not yet. So they're going to spike price up, stop everyone out. And then they're going to get kicked out of the trade. And then they're probably going to do it again. They're probably drop it again a little bit. People are going to enter another short position right here. And then they're going to do the same thing, put their stop loss at the swing, which would be right here. And then they're going to get stopped out again. And then at that point, whoever got stopped out these 3 times, their account's going to be blown. And at that point, it's going to come right back down to their full TP. And this happens every time, guys. I've been trading for like 10 years. This pattern, or I wouldn't even call it a pattern, this manipulation happens all the time. So you have to factor in all of the different factors that could possibly be, you know, affecting your position if you decide to take a buy or a sell with regard to US 30. So just be careful with your trade, guys, and just make sure that you guys are 100% confident with your trade before taking it. Make sure to look at the sentiment, see where everyone's trading. Make sure to look at the news. Make sure there's nothing crazy going on. Make sure to look at the Dow in general just to see if there's anything that could possibly affect your position before you enter it. Because if you just enter it without looking at all these factors, you're probably just gambling. And you might as well just go to the casino at that point, because I think your luck would be better than trading, you know, US 30 in this condition where it can literally spike up or spike down. So just my take on it, but we'll see how that plays out. Let's see if there's any other questions here real quick. DJ said gap does not exist. You see a gap because you have no data in your platform. Dow Jones is trading 24/7. So yeah, the Dow Jones is technically always running, but see this gap right here? This is only because of the weekend. Like you can see that this was Friday 11. Obviously, you know, there's no futures data over the weekend for this specific broker. So that's why it gaps. But the gap, technically the market is open. You know, it can't just suddenly end up over here. Like what happened was the market was closed. But if you have like real data from like the Chicago Mercantile Market or whatever it's called, like the actual future data, then you don't have any gaps and it just continues. You know, in order to get that data, you probably have to use a special broker. I used to use TD Ameritrade. That's where I used to trade before when I used to trade stocks and options. But, you know, obviously you're trading an index, or I wouldn't say an index broker. If you're trading a normal Forex broker, there's going to be gaps regardless. Like you can see there's gaps like pretty much every weekend and sometimes during the spread. So just because there's a gap doesn't mean that, you know, it necessarily just disappeared and shot to that point. The market's always moving at some extent. However, when the market reopens for your broker, that's why you see this big gap over here. But it doesn't necessarily have to fill. Like right here, you can see price retraced down a little bit before it ended up shooting up. And that's why I don't trade gaps like that, because it's literally just pure gambling at that point. Because if you just trade the gaps and you're anticipating it to pull back, there's no guarantee that's always going to happen. So just keep that in mind, guys. If you guys are thinking about trading, you know, these so-called gaps, I would never trade them. I would never recommend anyone to trade them because you're just gambling at that point. But, you know, if you want to take a gamble and just have some excitement, feel free. But me personally, I would never trade those because, you know, I'm a long-term trader and I've already been through that. I've been through that phase where I love to like gamble. I like to scalp. I like to trade news, all that stuff. But it got to a point where it's just not sustainable. You know, if you want to be a long-term trader, you have to trade with skill, not off luck, because that's really what it is with trading. You have to play it like you're playing chess. You have to go and see what the next move is going to be. Like I mentioned this morning, I anticipated this to spike up, then come back down, and spike right back up, right? And it did exactly what I thought was gonna happen. But then I also gave you guys another scenario that if price was to close down here, it'll probably continue down further, right? So I had two scenarios. My scenario number one played out perfectly, while the scenario two didn't even come close. So just keep that in mind, guys, when you guys are analyzing charts. Make sure to come up with as many scenarios as possible, and then you can narrow it down like a funnel. You'll have like all these ideas up here, and then start to you know, cross out the ones that don't make sense or the ones that possibly won't play out, and then you'll have like 1 to 3 scenarios that can play out, and then from there you can weigh your probabilities as to whether your position will probably hit or if it won't. And that'll give you confidence, and you won't be scared when you enter a trade because you know exactly what's going to happen. It's like playing chess. Let's see what else we got over here. Let me see any of these questions. All right, cool. So Josh wants us to take a look at UK 100. So let's pull up UK 100 real quick. I'll take a look at that entry that you guys took yesterday, because I know a lot of you guys did take that entry, which played out very, very nicely. Wow, yo, Dow Jones is super bullish. This is one thing that I started doing last week, guys. If you guys aren't familiar with why my chart looks like this, I was looking at the momentum. So obviously you can see here that momentum was swinging up, right? You can see that it was swinging up overall for all of these other pairs. So that's why I have this open here. This is just going to be like basically my momentum charts to see the direction of US 30, just to make sure that we're trading in the, you know, obviously in the proper direction. But here we go with US 30. Here comes that drop, guys. See what I mentioned earlier? What's probably going to happen here is, let me look at sentiment real quick. Sentiment is still at 72% short. I think what's going to happen here is this will probably come down a little bit. So guys, I'm probably not going to take this trade. If this closes right here, I'm not going to take it because I find it too risky for me to take this. I don't want to take a crazy risk right here if price might end up spiking right back up. Because like I mentioned earlier, I said price is probably going to come up. It was going to come down to lure people in. And then from there, it's probably going to spike right back up to stop people out. Because if anyone enters a short position right here, odds are their stop loss is going to be right here at the swing. It's probably going to spike up there before coming right back down. So I don't want to risk that. So I'm probably not going to make an official call today, guys, just because of how the market has been moving. But who knows, you know, maybe I'll have a change of heart within the next 6 minutes, because we have 6 minutes for this candle to close right here. But we will, you know, we'll see how that plays out. So let me just see what else we have over here. I know there's a couple other questions here. So Josh wants to take a look at UK 100. And then for Tune, we'll take a look at Odd NZD. So we'll take a look at both of those right there. Dennis said, I need help with my K2 indicators and how to set them up. So Dennis, let's see. In order to add the K2 indicators to your chart, you just got to click on indicators right here. Let me go to like a blank chart over here. So over here is a blank chart. I mean, I do have the indicators right there, but this is a blank chart right here. Once you have this, just go to indicators right here. And then go to your invite only scripts right here. And then you'll have all of the K2 indicators right there, Dennis. So that's where you should be able to find them there. And then once you have those set up, you will you'll have access to pretty much everything. I keep all of them at sorry guys, I don't know if you guys see my screen right here. I don't know what's going on with my Bluetooth. Okay, there we go. Sorry, my mouse just like died for a second. But yeah, once you click indicators right here, you just go down to invite only scripts, and then you'll have all of the indicators right here, and you can add them to your charts by clicking on them. So if you want the pivots, click on that. You see they're on the chart now. If you want the momentum indicator, click the K² Proprietary Trading System, and then you have the momentum signals right there. So that's pretty much it. There's a few settings that you can change, like for the momentum indicator. You can change this to clean it up. Just double click on the indicator and then unclick that where it says show MA curves. That's just there for calculations for one of the algorithms, but you don't have to have it on your chart if you don't want it. You can just take it off. But other than that, you should be pretty much fine. I'm not sure what else you have confusion with the indicators, Dennis, but I think that's about it. That's all that you really need to do to add them to your chart. And then if you want to change up your K2SR indicators, so right here, you can see that these lines don't extend all the way out, right? If you want to extend them all the way out, just double click on there and then change lines length from 200 to, you can add them to like 1,000. And then from that point, it goes across the entire screen. So it's easier for you to draw those zones. So that's one thing that I changed, but I think that's about it. Everything else is pretty much fine at default. Let's go to US 30. So we got about 3 minutes left on this clock. If this drops further, I might take it. So that's what I meant about it being a change of heart. If it breaks this structure, then I might take it. If it doesn't break the structure, then I probably won't take it because it's probably going to reject right off this point and swing back up. But we still have 3 minutes left on the clock, guys. A lot can happen in 3 minutes, especially for US 30. If you guys understand how fast US 30 moves. Wow, look at that. That's huge. So here's what I might do, guys. So I might enter a short position, but I'm probably not going to enter it right away because this is probably going to retrace up a little bit. It might reject off there, retrace up a little bit. And if that happens, I'm going to enter a sell stop right here. I'm going to put a sell stop order so that when price comes, if it retraces from this point, once it comes back down, then it'll fill my order and then we can enter. But right now, it just seems too risky for me to just enter a market or try to get in right away because like I mentioned, sentiment is still majority short. So it might stop people out if you get in a little too early. Stop loss is pretty far out, but still at this point, I still find it to be, a bit risky. So we'll see how this plays out. Sure, no problem, Dennis. So before I analyze anything new, I'm just going to keep watching this real quick to see how this plays out. We have about 2 minutes left on this candle. We'll see how this ends up. If it does close below here, then it might provide for a decent entry. But you can see there, see how the signal is disappearing? That's what I mean. It's probably going to reject off here, and it's probably going to continue up a bit to stop people out before it ends up dropping for real. So if it drops down here, then at that point, yeah, it's going to be a good entry. However, if it doesn't, then it's probably just going to be bouncing around this point until it moves on to that full move in that direction. So let me check this out, make sure I have all the zones set up properly. Let's see. Yeah, everything for the most part looks pretty cool. Go on the 30-minute. Just want to make sure there's no upper zone that was, I mean, there's some upper zones right here that were created, but it's pretty irrelevant at this point because price is way down here. So we'll see how this plays out, guys. If you guys want to enter it when the candle closes, then you guys can. But like I mentioned, me personally, I'm going to be waiting for it before I enter this trade because it just seems a little too risky for me to, enter right up, like straight out the gate, just because of how the, obviously how the market's been moving. So we got about a minute left on this candle, guys. Let's see how it plays out. Man, I'm just looking out the window. It's like so gloomy outside today. I think it rained last night, but I didn't realize. So I cleaned up my patio. All right, guys, we got 40 seconds left on this candle. I'm gonna get my phone ready just in case, but I'm probably not going to. Probably not gonna hop in right away, like I mentioned. And I realized FTMO hasn't given me my other account yet. I want that account ready. So we're under 30,000, or no, getting there. About 15 seconds left on this candle, guys. If you guys want to enter this, feel free. But like I mentioned, I'm not going to enter right away. I'm going to be holding off and then placing possibly a sell stop at that point so that I can enter a later time, because I don't want to get into early and then it ends up. Okay, so the candle's closed, guys. So it's now closed. Looks like price is currently below, and you can see that retracement right there, guys. Exactly what I mentioned earlier, right? So it's probably going to retrace up a little bit at this point. I personally don't want to enter it just yet. I'm going to wait for it to pull back a bit. It's probably going to pull back up to the structure, up to here maybe. And then at that point, then we can possibly make our entry. If you guys want to enter now, feel free, but I'm not taking it on my own personal account just yet, because it's just, it just seems too risky for me right now to enter this trade. So let me go ahead and I'll set up the parameters right here for this. Let me go ahead and set this up over here. All right, 1 second. I'm just going to be watching this real quick. I want to enter this trade so bad, but then I also don't, because it's just too risky of a trade right now. And I'm sure you guys could understand if you guys have been with K2 for a while. You know, sometimes we'll enter a trade and then it ends up retracing like super hard, and then we're like, yeah, we should just waited a bit before entering that trade. But yeah, I'm gonna wait for that perfect entry. I'm not gonna hop in real quick. All right. Got this right here. So I got the signal set up already. I'm just gonna wait for it to bounce around a bit. Let's see. Nice. Let's see where sentiment's sitting. So you guys can see right here that sentiment changed, right? It was 72% short. Now it's 71. You know why that happened? Because when price spiked up over here, it stopped all those people out. They all got kicked out of the trade. That's why percentage is changing. But right now we'll see how this plays out, because I think it's still going to spike up right now. Because, you know, what I see happening right here is, so we have this entry already set up right here, but what I see happening is people are going to, they saw this big spike down, right? So people are going to FOMO into this trade. People are going to hop in like super last minute. And then what they're going to do is they're going to put their stop loss right here or right here. They're going to put their stop loss kind of tight, probably somewhere right here for about 400 pips, right? So I think what's going to happen is price will come up, it'll stop these people out, and then it'll come right back down. So that's what I'm waiting for. I want it to pull back a little bit so that we don't get caught in this area. And we could actually even enter late, like over here, to get in at a discount. So there's a ton of different ways where we can get a better entry. And that's why I'm just waiting for this to play out. Because obviously it's probably not going to be a smooth run, guys. It's probably not going to come spiking down right away. Unless something crazy has happened. You know, like I mentioned, if something happened in the news to push price down, then yeah, we could see that come down. But right now, I don't necessarily see anything specific, you know, affecting the market per se right now. Let's see this over here. 71% people short. So yeah, once this drops to like 60%, then it looked like a good entry, because then they'll have majority of people not short anymore. So see that wick right there, guys? There we go. See, it's pulling back. So this is what I mean about being patient, guys. Like this trading game is a game of patience. You just gotta be patient, wait for that perfect entry. Don't hop in right away if it doesn't look like it's gonna be 100%, because it's probably not gonna be 100% if you don't feel 100% about it. So we're just waiting for this to drop down from here. David to enter a 5 lot. Yeah, bro, I'm probably gonna enter this with a pretty nice lot size. But I really want to get in at a discount. So I'm waiting for that. Or more so, I want to get in at a good entry. So I know some people will wait for this to pull back a bit and they'll want to enter somewhere up here. But look, this is what happens. If you guys wait too long, price can come up, and then when you least expect it, it comes crashing right back down, and then you miss the trade completely. So you either should put your sell stop right here, or you should be watching it at all times, or trailing it with the sell stop so that you can enter that trade right away as soon as it comes dumping down. So we'll wait for that. We still have a pretty decent amount of time right now. And guys, it's freezing. I'm gonna go close my window real quick. 1 second. All right, perfect. Look at that retracement, guys. Look at that retracement. Hassan said, I'll be checking Telegram chat in case the daily entry gets called. I got to clock in and work right now. Thanks, Shawn. No problem, Hassan. So yeah, have a good day at work, bro. We'll catch you in a bit. But yeah, once I actually think the trade is good to enter, then I'll post the signal on the premium, and then you can possibly, take that trade once that time comes. So I'm going to be waiting a little bit and see how this plays out right here. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to put them in the chat. I know we have one question from Josh over here. He wants me to take a look at the UK 100. I'll pull that up right now. So let me go over to the UK 100. And I know a lot of you guys have been applying it during the London session. So we can go ahead and take a look at that, see if how that played out. So it looks like let's go on a 10-minute right here. Looks like the London Open was right here at midnight. Dang, it looks like it was a bit of a choppy move for you guys. So right here, it looks like the first signal was, actually this first signal was a sell. You guys take the signal on open. I don't trade the strategy myself, so I don't know what the requirements are for Mark and stuff. But Hassan works from, David said, just don't go to work. I did. That's why David's on his personal account right now. Hassan said, I work from home. Yeah, I mean, this is probably the best time for you guys to pick up trading and to get better at trading, guys, because a lot of you guys are working from home and you guys could have the freedom of, checking Telegram or checking anything really to take your trades. But yeah, going back to UK 100 right here, looks like a lot of you guys took this London entry over here, and it looks like you guys might have hit TP. So yeah, if you guys took that trade, let me take a look at the London chat real quick. Nice. Cheryl locked in some nice profit. So I didn't look at the London chat yet, but it looks like a lot of you guys here locked in a ton of profit as well. So this is Cheryl right here. She locked in about 500 bucks off that trade. Spencer over here locked in. Wow. Okay, nice. Dang, Spencer, we talked about this last night, right? I should have stayed up with you guys. If I did, could have locked in these profits. Wow, Alkin right here about 2,000. Very nice. Everyone locked in some really nice profits yesterday. Okay, so we got Jazz over here, another profit, 100 pips deep. Here's Ark. Looks like Ark is back in the he's back in the London chat. Ark got like the funniest gifts over here. But yeah, looking at your guys' trade yesterday. So the parameters are right here. It looks like you guys entered at let's see, I'm just gonna put it over here. Looks like you guys entered at 73.2. And then your TP, your full TP was at 6523.2. 23.2. Wow, so you guys hit full TP. Very nice, guys. Very, very, very nice. I should have just stayed up with you guys last night because I was up late doing the chart analysis with you guys. Unfortunately, I fell asleep. So that's my mistake right there. I should have just stayed up and took that profit with you guys last night. But yeah, this is the entry that you guys took yesterday. Very nice. It went directly to full TP and then retraced up. So, you know, that's how accurate this thing played out. Holy shit. Fuck me, guys. Man, this is, I should have just taken this trade. Damn it. See, this is what I mean about the trade sometimes. That was my bad, guys. Unfortunately, let me just give you guys an update. I wasn't paying attention. I was waiting for it to pull back and I wanted to put that sell stop, but I wasn't looking at it. I know I just saw the chat right now, Josh. Damn it. Okay, I missed the trade, guys. So unfortunately, I missed the trade. Hopefully, you guys took it. I just wasn't paying attention because I knew it was going to pull back a little bit. You can see that upper wick right there. Pulled back a little bit, and then it freaking dumped. God, man, I can't believe I missed that trade. I was literally waiting for it, and I took my eyes off it for a few seconds, and it ended up dropping like heavy. So hopefully, you guys made some profit off that if you guys took that trade. Let me just give an update in the chat. Yeah, it's too late for me to enter this. This is way too, this would have hit TP1 already, basically. Let's see. Yeah, it would have hit TP1. Damn it. All right, guys, that was my mistake right there. I should have just took it. But, you know, due to these current market conditions, I was just too worried. So we'll see how this plays out. If it doesn't end up dropping from here, it might retrace up a little bit. If it does, then maybe I'll take that entry and then cash the ride back down for full TP. So that's what I mean, guys. US 30 can be so unpredictable where you don't even know where it's going to go or if it's going to drop or whatnot. But let me check out the sentiment real quick. If it changed at all, still 71% there. So see how it plays out. My dog keeps like burping in his sleep. He's having a weird dream. Gene Vaughn. So this would be actually this would be 700 pips or 800 pips actually. So from right here down to here, this is about 75 points. When you translate that to pips, you just add a 0 to the end. So it's about 750 pips. Damn. So that would have hit TP1 right there. I'm just gonna give an update in the chat. This new Mac update is kind of weird. All the shortcuts aren't really working. For a bit. I'm just giving the chat update, guys, because I know some people aren't in this live room and they didn't see that. You know, I technically called the trade, but we didn't take it. So I'm just going to give everyone an update for the people who are not in the chat and are like wondering why we didn't take the trade. So I said, hey team, you guys run the trading today. Conditions and waited for a entry to make the official call. So Gene Vaughn, good thing that you closed your US 30 when you were talking about it, bro, because look how far it dropped. If you held it from the top right here, you would have lost. I mean, you wouldn't have lost, but you would have been it would have dropped like nearly, wow, it's at like 1,850 pips from that high right there. So good thing you close it, because I mean, like I mentioned, there's no way you could have really predicted this was going to happen right here. But let me just go ahead and give an update to the group real quick, just because I know a lot of people are wondering why we didn't call that trade, but I did call it here on the live. You guys are in the room with us here. So let me just go ahead and share this among the groups over here. I think that's it for all the groups. All right, cool. So now we're getting that retracement right here. The thing with this right here is it could probably push up and then it could probably come right back down. So we will we'll see what happens from that point. Oh man, Josh, you took that trade, bro. That's real nice right there. Josh here, he just locked in a ton off that trade for the people who actually took it. So props to you guys, man. That was a nice profit right there. I'm gonna go ahead and say that to our team profits. It's real good right there. Yeah, you know, I wish I took that trade. Unfortunately, I missed it, but it's fine because, you know, we missed one trade. We're going to make it back on the next trade. It's not a huge deal. But I'm glad that some of you guys did make profit off that trade. So this goes to show, you know, if you're sitting here on the live room and you guys understand what I'm talking about, and you guys take the trade, and you guys feel confident from my, you know, analysis, you can make profit off this. You know, it doesn't have to be me making profit. Here, Josh locked in like nearly 500 bucks. I'm happy for Josh. I'm happy for all you guys that made that profit, because we're all a team here, guys. You know, if I'm not making profit, I'm not going to feel jealous. I'm still going to be happy for everyone else making profit, because, you know, profits go around, guys. Like, if one of us wins, we all win. It's not like we're competing with each other. We're not trying to make more profit than each other. We just want everyone to profit. That's the main thing here at K2. And if you guys are new here, you know, you guys will soon see that, you know, we're all here trading as a team. We're not here trading where I'm trying to get more profit than this guy and this guy's trying to make more profit than me. We're all trying to make profit all together so that we can all be, you know, consistently profitable as, you know, as a whole, not just as individuals. So yeah, some great profit on that, Josh. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the other pairs that you guys asked about earlier. So we were still looking at UK 100 over here, and it looks like this full TP did hit. If we're looking at UK 100 currently, I'm going to go ahead and turn on the K2SRs right here and just draw these zones to see where the rejection points are for those of you who are trading it right now. I personally don't recommend trading other assets during after hours, like the UK 100. I probably would only trade this during London session. Same with US 30. I would only trade US 30 during New York session. But if you guys are analyzing it from this point right here, we'll see. A lot of these stocks kind of overlap because they're kind of similar companies, just in you know, other countries. But, you know, if you're going to trade that, you might as well just trade the NASDAQ 100 if you're trading the tech stocks during New York session. But yeah, looking at UK 100 over here, it looks like there is a bullish bias, but looks like price rejected off this structure right here. So right here, we have a bullish bias because the most recent signal was a buy signal. However, price rejected off this structure right here. It's coming back down. We're probably going to get a sell signal. If this candle closes down here, then it'll probably continue down further to this structure or this structure down here. And then after that, it'll probably drop another farther down to here. So this is basically what I see happening right here for UK 100 if we end up getting that sell signal. However, like I mentioned, I would only trade this during the London session because the volatility for this is probably going to die down, and you're probably not going to have any entries until later anyways. So it's going to be stuck within the zone. I don't think it's going to have enough power to push below here, because you can see here these big movements happen during the London session. This is like 3 a.m. my time. And then you can see once we enter US session right here, it's just consolidation for a bit until it ends up dumping again. So right here, it might dump a little bit, and then it might go into some consolidation. But like I mentioned, me personally, I would wait for this to close below here before taking that entry, and wait for that sell signal to appear, because there's there's just a lot of uncertainty right now for UK 100. So let's go back to US 30. Wow, look at this thing. It's about to hit full TP. Damn, I do regret not taking that trade. But if you guys are still in that trade or you guys took it, it's looking really good. Yeah, John said looks like US 30 retracement is done. See that definitely. So hopefully it hits full TP, guys. If it hits full TP, I'm happy for you guys because you guys made some profit. And I'll probably just catch that on the next drop tomorrow. Because if this hits full TP, we're pretty much done with the trade for the most part. David did power hour in UK. Exactly. Yeah, City said maybe look for entries on the 5-minute. Yeah, we could do that too. So we go on the 5-minute over here. So at this point, we could probably just scalp it. I mean, I could even scalp it right now if I really wanted to. Let's turn on the pivots. This thing dropped pretty heavy. See, I'm looking at it on the 5-minute right here. We had that drop, retracement, drop, retracement, drop, retracement. After this retracement, it's probably going to drop even further. Think about just scalping this. Put like a heavy order right here just to cover my whole trade for the most part. See how many pips is that? So from here, if I was to put a sell stop right here, probably locking about 500 pips, easy. So that might be my move, guys. I might just do that. So let me, I think I'm going to enter a sell stop right here at the low of this candle for like a pretty heavy lot size so that I can just scalp it down. That's going to be my, my entry from this point. Let me see how much is this. So on FTMO, it's about, cause I gotta factor all this stuff and it's a lot of, I mean, it's not a lot of work, but it's tedious that I have to, factor this in cause the, 61, okay. 301, 57, 301, 85. So it's only off by like 28 pips. It's not a huge difference. But yeah, check out that retracement right there. Jeez. So it's about 30 pips. So I'm probably gonna put a sell stop right here, guys, at this point. Put a sell stop so that when price, I'll put it a little higher, like right there. I'll put a sell stop right here. So when price comes back down, it'll fill my order and then I can still hit some TP right there for some profit. So let me go ahead and just, I'm going to go ahead and put this, this sell stop in so I can catch that full TP with you guys. So let's see, 159. So if I subtract that by 30, that would be about 301.5. Damn, look at that push up, guys. I might just trail this this sell stop and try to catch a better entry pair. I might even put it like somewhere like right here. Yeah, that might be better. All right, so I got 301.48. So I'll be 30 actually. So 301. 40. My TP is going to be at 301. Total right here is going to be. Sorry guys, I'm trying to do this calculation in my head because I freaking suck at math. 370. And then my stop loss is going to be above the entry price. It'll be 302. Oops. 302. All right, so I got a sell stop right below here, guys. I'm going to enter this. I have a sell stop like right here so that once price comes right back down, it's going to trigger my order, and then I'm going to write it down to full TP. So I'm already in this trade right now. Let me see what else we got over here. David hit me over here. UK minister says over the last few days, they've identified new variant. Damn, see, check that out, guys. There's like stuff like this that could happen in the market that will just affect the market like completely. So like right here, if there's a new variant in COVID, it means the vaccine doesn't work anymore, or the vaccine, they're going to have to, figure out a new vaccine. So we'll see how that plays. But yeah, guys, I put a sell stop right here. This is my FTMO parameter. It'll be around this point. And then, if it fails, it fails. I have my TP at, full TP down here. So if it does trigger it, then we're good. But we'll just wait and see how this plays out. But yeah, David just sent out this update right here saying that because the UK was giving out the vaccine earlier, and it looks like the COVID is just evolving. And that's how viruses work, guys. Like, it's something that's going to be evolving over time. So like, they're just going to have to keep updating the vaccine. So that's why I don't think that, these holds are really going to hold for very long. Like for US 30, I don't think it's like way too overbought. It's like way too high. And then looking at the USD pairs over here, the US dollar is probably going to be, slightly weak, and it's probably going to correct back up because the economy is not going to get any better until we're like 100% with COVID, 100% solution, but we don't really see that solution really happening anytime soon, specifically. City. So my FTMO parameters is my sell stop is at 31. Oh, sorry, it's at 301.40. So it's 30,140. That's where my sell stop is. And then my TP is at 30,070. And then my stop loss is at 30,220. So hopefully you got that, City. I don't know if this is going to come down further. If this continues to keep pushing up, I might just move my entry even higher to like here. So we'll see how that goes. But me personally, I'm trying to just, honestly, I'm trying to FOMO in, guys. I'm trying to hop into this trade with you guys because I did see that huge drop and I was like, yeah, I missed out on freaking TP1. I could have been in profit already, like maybe 2,000 per pair on that one. Let me see what else we got here. Nice. Brandon locked in some nice profits as well. Almost 3-3, but he missed it. Damn. Congrats, Jazz. I think Jazz is still here, right? So Jazz said he passes FTMO and he closed everything in profit. So congrats to Jazz. He's about to get his funded account soon, it seems like. So there goes another K2 member passing his FTMO this week. Looks good. Let's see what else we got here. See if there's anything else here. I'm trying to see what else is going on in the chat. I'm just trying to see what everyone else is doing right now. All right, cool. So it looks like some of you guys made profit off this. Some of you guys got out already. So thankfully, most of you guys got out in profit, or if you guys still are, you guys are still in profit right now. Josh said, Shawn, can you post the sell stop? I'm not going to post it yet, Josh, because I'm not sure if I'm going to enter here. So I don't want to post a sell stop and then I'm going to move my sell stop up here. And then I got to make an edit for that. So if you guys want to enter a sell stop, just open up your own chart and then see where you think to put it. The thing is, this is moving way too fast. So if I put my sell stop here and then I move it, I'm not going to have time to edit it. So if you guys are on this live, just open like a horizontal line and just figure out where these rejection points are. At these points, because the thing is, I'm not I'm not guaranteed to leave my sell stop right here. I might move it in a few seconds up to here. So there's no point in me posting my sell stop right here. And then I'm going to be in at this point. And then you guys know how the chat goes, guys. If you guys don't get the same entry as me, there's going to be 100 people complaining. And this is going to be my personal trade. So this isn't going to be an official trade. That's why I'm not posting it on the Telegram. Because I'm doing this on my own, guys. Like, you guys can't see what I'm doing. I have my phone right here. So I'm probably going to enter a trade at some point, but you guys are probably not going to see that I'm entering it right away. So the way that US 30 is moving, you can see how fast it's moving. It's moving too fast for us to really make adjustments, because I don't want to enter a trade and then you guys enter a trade and it ends up being too late. So for now, looks like we are going to take a look at this right now. So Kim is asking over here, yeah, Josh, it's moving way too fast. The thing is, I don't want to call a trade and then I'm already in the trade up here, and then you guys are still waiting for it to fill down here, because then I'm just going to have to update the trade every 5 minutes, like every time it moves, because I'm looking on the shorter time frame right now. This can literally spike back and forth from now until then. And then here, I'll put in the chat right here, Josh. So just look at the premium chat, because I'm just going to put where my entry point is, but I'm not going to enter yet, because like I mentioned, I'm still waiting for price to push up. Because if it continues to push up, I'm just going to enter my sell stop right here, and then I'm going to trail it up as I continue to try to enter this trade. But let's see. Sell stop. It's currently at entry. Over it. All right, so I put my sell stop price right there. Josh, if you want to look in the premium trade talk, that's currently where my sell stop is right now. But like I mentioned, I might move it up a little higher to this point. Get my sorry, let me pull up my thing here, because yeah, 3140. You guys can see this is why I don't like to give scalp calls, because this happens way too fast, guys. If I was to give you guys scalp calls, you guys might miss like every single entry. So that's why I don't necessarily like to make scalp calls at all. See, you can see that price is moving up. As price continues to move up further, guys, I might move my sell stop even higher to this point over here. So I'm actually going to move it now. So this is why I can't give you guys updates, because I'm moving it every couple seconds to try to get a better price point. So this is going to be 301.53. Damn it. I just screwed up my whole trade because I accidentally canceled it. So I got to redo the whole thing. Damn it. Okay. 1 second. 301. So I'll stop. 301.53. Stop loss is going to be at 302.30. 20 actually. 302.20. TP is going to be at 301. All right, so now I'm going to adjust it off from here as well. So guys, I updated mine right here. update it to 01. What was it? Sorry guys, this is like super confusing because I keep having to update this. 301.83, and then mine's going to be 301.53. So Angela's asking how many points off is your broker's US30 price from the price on TradingView. So Angela, I don't know if you're in this live right here. I don't know if you're in this live, but the price is going to be like totally different. So I don't know which broker you're using if you're in this live right now, but each broker is going to be totally different. Hugo's way is going to be different from KOT Forex. You know, KOT Forex is going to be different from FTMO. It's just really going to depend on which broker you have. So I don't know if you're in here, Angela, but if you are, if you be more detailed about which broker you're trying to figure out what the pricing is, you know, the price could be hugely different. Sometimes on FTMO, it's like 120 pips different. Sometimes it's 80 pips different. Sometimes it's 50 pips different. Right now, it's only 50 pips different, or 30 pips actually. So that's why it's not a huge difference right here. But normally it could be, you know, a lot wider than how it is currently. So let's see what else we got over here. So it looks like mine might fill soon. If it does, perfect. Okay, I think mine's gonna fill, so we should be good. I'm gonna go ahead and set the parameters right here for full TP. There we go. I'm in the trade, guys, if you guys are in it as well. Setting an alert here so I can be updated. I'm in the trade, guys. Currently in the trade. Position filled. See, Angela said, okay, but for FTMO, price difference is standard, and that's why prices are different from being quarter, correct? Futures data. Let's see what else. The other one, like, $300 pips plus. So price can be off by like 330 broker. So yeah, it just depends, Angela. If it depends on which broker you're using, because some of them use futures data, some of them use indices data, but it's generally between like 40 and 300 pips. So it just really depends on the broker. I don't know which broker you're using, but yeah, definitely no problem. It just really depends on you know, which broker you're using. The main difference is just FTMO. FTMO, biggest difference. Other are usually pretty similar. Nice. So we're in profit, guys. It looks really good. It's dropping down further. So if you guys are in this trade with me, should be good. Yeah, Gvon, I'm in the sell right now. I entered late. My sell stop was right there. Currently in the trade, it's dropping pretty heavy in profit. Yeah, I'm in profit about, let's see, Not a crazy amount, but I'm in profit pretty decent. Profit about 300 bucks. Let's post this up in the group real quick. Now let's give the update right here so that you guys can see. So here's my position, guys. I entered that sell stop I was talking with you guys about. You know, I entered at 301.40. I'm in profit about 300 bucks. Looking pretty nice. I'm just gonna give an update here for you guys. Play from the live as mentioned. Profits looking nice so far. So it's looking all right. So let's give you guys an update over here as well, so that you guys can see what's going on with my position. All right, I'll post this up here as well. So yeah, I'm in the trade, guys. Hopefully you guys, you know, hop in with me. If not, it's cool. But we are currently in profit right now. So it's dropping right there. Nice, about to drop the full TP. Jinvon said, did you drop a signal in chat? No, Jinvon. So this was a late entry. It wasn't an official entry. I was just entering late as price was coming right back down. You know, obviously, if you're, I'm sure you're in here since earlier, right, Jinvon? So, you know, the reason why I didn't enter I didn't call an official call is because this dropped while I was looking at another pair. That's why usually when I'm looking at US 30, I don't like to look at other pairs because I don't want to miss a drop like this. You know, unfortunately, I was looking at UK 100s. We did miss that drop. But yeah, I didn't call an official. Oh shit, look at that. It's about to hit full TP. So I didn't call the official call, but if you look in the trade talk, I was giving my parameters right here for that specific trade. It's just moving too fast for me to make that official call. That's why I wasn't able to make it, unfortunately. But looks like profits are looking, wow, profits looking real nice. I'm gonna move my stop loss and profit, guys. So if you guys are in the trade currently, I am moving my stop loss and profit. So there we go. Oh, let me take off my TP. Hold up. Ah, fuck, man. Close me out in profit, damn it. I was trying to take off my TP so I can keep writing it down. Let me take off my TP real quick. All right, for sure, guys. Hit that full TP. Nice. So like in a few seconds, we locked that in real quick. Woo, look at that. Woo, look at that, guys. Did you guys lock in that profit? Woo. Oh man, I'm gonna have to send this to you guys right now. 1 second. Let me that was a nice profit, guys. Hopefully you guys took that because damn, okay. That was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty nice. That was a good profit off that one. Let's go. All right. All three of my accounts hit some deep profit off that one. Let me see what's good with my other account right here. Oh man, that was a shocker, guys. That was a fucking shocker. I wasn't expecting it to drop that fast. But yes. Okay. Yeah, I locked in a lot because I took it on 3 accounts. So I locked in some nice profit off that. Oh man, check that out. Hey Jimon, you should put your stop loss, move it in profit with your trade. I'm already out of the trade, bro. So if you want to get out in profit, feel free. It might continue dropping, but I don't want to take that risk on my own account. So that's why I'm already out of that trade. But let me see. Let me just post up these profits real quick. That was nice. I'm like shocked because I was like, didn't think it was gonna drop that fast. Market's crazy right now, guys. So that's why we have to be careful with this because you really never know when it's going to burn you. So I'm posting all my profits right now in the group. Get my update right here. There we go. Full TP for full TP for US30 on all accounts. There we go. So yeah, Gvon, sorry, that trade didn't get to be called officially today, but usually it gets called. It's just that today market was moving weird, so I was being a little careful. But thankfully I entered late, and then we were able to lock in some nice profits. Let me just post this up real quick. I'll show you guys my profit once I'm done posting these up. Let me post this up real quick. Let me just hide this. So you guys can see the chart right there. Let's see that. All right, let me post this up to these quick. Nice, everyone's posting their profits right now. Let's see what's good. We'll look at Cheryl right here. She locked in about, let's see, 500, 600, about 700, 800 bucks. Real nice. Man, Joey missed out on this trade. Man, what happened, Joey? Fell asleep? Oh, man, it's all good, bro. Catch the next one. Yeah, some nice profits. So I just posted my profits right here, guys. So like I mentioned, I have two FTMO accounts. My first one right here, I made about 1,725. It's my first account. I took a big position right here because we took a half entry. So that's why I needed to make up for the missing pips that I missed, because I missed half the trade basically. So right here, I locked in about 1,725. My second account, I locked in 1,650. That's why the profits are different on both of these guys, and the lot sizes are different as well, because I have two separate FTMO accounts that are 100K. So I have this one, I'm in total profit like 4,000 on that one. This one like 4,000 on that as well. And then my personal account right here as well. So I trade my personal and I trade FTMO, guys. So people always ask me, why don't I trade my personal? Thing is, I do. And I make money both ways, guys. I make money every day on my personal account. I make money monthly on my FTMO account. So, why limit yourself to one account when you can make money in all these other different ways? So looks good, guys. So that's my those are my profits from today for US30. I'm very happy that I took that trade, because it was really good. But yeah, you can see how much this happened right here, where this this ends up spikes down and then it swings right back up. So it's a little bit risky when that happens, but if you catch it where where it's prime entry, like I did right here, we caught that trade perfectly. I had that sell stop. I didn't even have to look at it. We had that sell stop and it dropped straight from there, straight to full TP. So hopefully you guys profited off that. I'm happy. Hopefully you guys are happy. You guys saw how happy I was once we hit that full TP right there. It it worked some wonders for all of us. So let's see what else we got here. Let me just go through the chat real quick. City said, I think I put the wrong TP at 30,100. LOL, already stopped down in profit. It's all good, bro. As long as you made profit, that's all that really matters. Josh said, Shawn, I love you so much. 2K profit. Nice, Josh. So you're on your way to get that FTMO funded, right, bro? That should be really good. If you get that by like next year, once the market starts to smooth out a bit. Let's see what else we got here. Larishna. Yeah, Larisha, sorry, it's too late to enter that sell. We already hit full TP, so I wouldn't enter that anymore, because this could probably spike right back up at some point. So I personally wouldn't take it. The trade's pretty much done for us because we already hit full TP. I would not enter it this late, because it literally, you can see how exact the sweet spot is. Like I told you guys, I did 5 to 10 years back test of US30, and 1,500 is a sweet spot. Look at how exact that is. It literally went down to 1,500 and then it closed out, right? So you just got to be careful, because you don't want to get caught where your stop loss, your TP is a little too far out, and then it misses it slightly. Say if your TP was down here, you would have missed it, and you probably wouldn't have hit full TP, and then you might have still been in this trade wondering if you should exit or if you should just hang on to it. So just keep that in mind. Let's see, Life Plus said that was like bungee jumping. It was, right? Because it jumped down, swung you up, jumped right back down, and then swung up again. So it's a good analogy right there. Let's see. C-Soup said 100% freaking K2 indicator, man, ridiculous. You just hold and make sure you're not over leverage. Exactly. Just take your trade, make that money, and then get out. You know, wait for that next entry. John said, what's crazy is DJ exactly hit that 1500 pip from the K2 entry. Exactly, John, right? It literally came down, hit the sweet spot, and then it bounced right back up. That's why we keep it pretty strict at the 1500 pip mark, because that's usually how much it moves per session overall. But yeah, guys, hopefully you guys locked in some nice profit off that, because I sure did. And I'm pretty happy with my profits for today to kick off the trading week. You know, we kicked off this trading week super nice. Nice. Look at Gene over here. He locked in 222 bucks off that US 30. Congrats, bro. Yeah, Gene Vaughn, he signed up. I think he signed up like this weekend, right? You already made your money back within like one trade or less than one trade. Let's see. I think we got David over here with some profits as well. Oh, David's right here. Okay. Hey, David, my bad. I just saw your message. So let me send you the link real quick if you want to hop on here. That's what you meant by guest appearance. I didn't realize that you meant that. So let me send you the link right here, David. David said it was raining hard, not feeling like work today. Headed home. All right, David. So I sent you the link. If you want to hop into the live, I can bring you on here as well. But I'm just looking at David's profits right here. He locked in some nice profits as well. C-Souk as well over here. Let me see. Wow, okay. So C-Souk over here made some crazy profit as well. So I'm gonna go to my saved messages right here. And then I'm gonna show you guys everyone's profits just right now. So just right now, well, here we go, Josh. I gotta share yours too, Josh. Can't leave you out of the mix. So let's see, we got Josh right here too. So we got Josh. You see Josh in the chat over here. Joshua Marlowe. He locked in a nice profit right there. Check that out. Damn, real good. And then we got C-Souk over here. He locked in about 5,000 this morning, trading US 30 both ways. He stays scalping. We have David right here. He locked in, let's see, 500. Dang, look at David over here doing some work, doing some numbers. Let me see how much he made. Let me just add that up. And guys, these profits aren't my profits. So just keep in mind that these are K2 members. So like, it's not even me that's making these profits, the K2 members. If the K2 members are making more profits than me, then you know what's stopping you guys from making this much profit as well. 75. And like I mentioned, guys, you know, there's no competition here. We're all in this as a team. So like when one person profits, we all celebrate. It's not just that one person celebrating. We're all celebrating together. So David's up like 4,274 for the day. That's crazy. Real good right there. Yeah, a lot of people here locked in some nice profits. G Vaughn over here locked in 222. Here's Cheryl over here. She locked in about 700. The other Josh over here, he locked in about, 500 on there too. So everyone's killing it, guys. This is today. Like, look at my my date right here from today. These profits are from today. They're not even my profits. They're like all of the K2 members that locked in profit this morning. Gene Vaughn locked in that GU right there. Jazz locked in at 470. Jazz locked in a total of like 1,400 right there. Cheryl locked in, nearly 500 right there. Spencer, Alkin, Josh, Gene Vaughn, David, C-Souk, and the other Josh as well. So like everyone here is killing it, guys. It's not just me that's making these profits. I showed you guys my profits right here where I locked in a pretty good amount, but you can see here that everyone is locking in profit. So if you guys aren't profiting with K2, there might be something wrong there, and it's something that we can fix. Like if you guys have issues with your trading and you're just not consistent, just reach out in this chat or reach out to me personally, and I can figure out what's your problem. It might be over leveraging. You might just not have enough money in your account just yet. But if you're consistent with K2, you can be profitable just like everyone else here, because there's really no excuse for you to not be profitable when everyone is profitable, So yeah, guys, I'm here to help you guys out if you guys have any questions. Otherwise, we'll just keep the profits going because it's been a great year so far, guys. I'm thankful for all you guys being here, and We got a lot more to go. So here we go. We got David joining the room right here. David just hopped in. You guys know.
What's up, man?
Yo, what's up, David? You locking some profits off that trade? I just
I'm still running 4,200.
man, you're still in it. Nice.
I got multiple positions running.
Yeah, I just saw. I pulled yours up right here. So David's in the chat, guys. If you guys know David, he's been in K2 for a while. D-Rez over here. He locked in some nice stuff, dude. So you took that UK 100 trade
I was up at 3 a.m. I took UK 100, and based on my analysis, I sold GJ, GU, EU, all at the top.
Nice, man. Yeah, you caught it because I was when I was analyzing it last night, it was bullish, and then I knew it was gonna drop because I just had a feeling. That's why I didn't take the trades. But you caught him right at the top, bro. That's amazing.
I'm just letting them run.
Yeah, you might as well because just right now how the market's moving, I don't know when it's going to swing back up. Do you have your stop loss and profit already?
Oh yeah.
Oh, then you're good. You're solid.
And I was saying it was power hour because we were in the last hour for London close, so that's why I was expecting another push down. And I honestly thought we were going to clear Friday's low, but it doesn't look like it wanted to do that yet.
Yeah, it looks like it's rejecting off the structure right here. But I think if we get a sell signal for GJ right here and it closes below this K2SR zone, I think it's going to keep dropping even further. So you should be in a pretty good position. Yeah, that's a lot. So if you took it from the high right here to about 100 pips. Solid.
Yeah, let's see. I got my pip counters running. Let's see. GJ is 67 in profit. GU is 113 in profit, and EU is 21.8 in profit.
Nice. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't take that buy last. Well, I mean, if I took that buy last night, I probably would have got it on profit already because I called it like down here. But yeah, this thing dropped crazy. So you got it right at the top right there.
Oh yeah, I was up this morning.
Man, I don't know how you do it, bro.
I have no choice. That's the only time I can really chart.
Yeah, because you got work in the morning.
Yeah, but it was raining too hard, man. I was like, screw this.
You just work from home today, or you just called in?
No, I just said I wasn't coming in. I said my daughter was sick.
Right. Hey, so yeah, that works too.
Yeah, it's weird. One of the luxuries of having kids.
Right? Yeah. The weather's been weird. It was raining here last night too, but now it's like super bright. I just looked out the window right now.
You want to come visit? We're getting snow this week, apparently.
Oh man, hell no. I'm not going anywhere where there's any snow. I don't even have clothes for snow because it doesn't snow out here.
Man, UK 100 is dying to hit full TP.
Yeah, I saw that. Didn't it hit full TP last night? I thought it did, no?
No. We got TP1. It's currently 41 pips in profit. Full TP is 65.13.2. That's why earlier I said the first target for UK 100, if anyone wanted to take it in the room, should have been 65.21. That's Friday's low. That low is going to get cleared out here soon.
Yeah, no, it looks like it. I'm just looking at it right here. It doesn't have much to go. I mean, it could easily break right through it and shoot even further. Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, no, for sure. I think once it breaks the structure, it's going to go for a free fall, basically.
We also have this speed move down here on the 5 minute.
Oh yeah, I got this open right here, 5 minute.
I like to go down to the 5 minute just to see what kind of structure is taking place. See, obviously you can tell this was a speed move. That's not retail. That's the banks pushing it down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Kind of similar to what happened over here too on the open. Like on the open, that was a speed move down right there as well.
Exactly.
Shot down, retraced up, shot back down. Like all these right here are all bank moves.
So we have previous little support over there at 65.45. We can test that before shooting down and take out Friday's low. If not today, definitely by tomorrow, without a doubt.
I think so. That looks about right. Yeah, because it can come up, test the structure again.
Yep.
And then at that point, it'll probably, maybe even go sideways a bit before it dumps.
Oh yeah, 65.21 is a no-brainer.
Yeah, no, that's great. Man, I gotta stay up with you guys on this. I wanted to stay up last night.
I've been trying to get you for weeks. You don't listen.
I'm up like right at midnight, and then I end up falling asleep like an hour after. It's like it just screws my sleeping pattern. Like last night, I was gonna stay up because I was up late for the chart analysis, so I was up till like midnight, and then Spencer asked me if I was gonna stay up. I ended up knocking out because I wanted to wake up for this US 30 entry this morning. Unfortunately, I missed it, like the full move, but thankfully I hopped in late. I just doubled up my lot size instead of taking a 15. I took a 25, and then I locked in basically as much as I would have if I took a TP1, which is fine. Profit's profit for me. I don't really care.
Jeez.
So, because this is on my funded. So if you think about it, I'm up like I think 10,000 already for the month. So, or not even the month. My thing reset on the 13th. So this is a brand new month for me. So I'm already up like 10K basically. I take 70% of that.
Yeah.
I already take home like 7,000. So I'm chilling for the most part. So
Very
good.
nice.
I'm just waiting for that third account. FTMO hasn't sent it to me yet.
Oh, it'll probably take what, 2-3 days?
That's what I was thinking. Or I don't know if they send
Oh
it.
wait, no, it should just be another challenge account.
Yeah, exactly. They're supposed to send me one because I passed for my second account, I passed it. And instead of getting the refund for for the challenge fee, I was just like, give me another account. I don't need the refund.
When you're done for the day, I would just shoot them a message. I mean, there's no reason why they can't give you the challenge account within the next half hour.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. I'm probably gonna message them later, or maybe I'll go on the FTMO website now. Maybe they because it was weird. I remember one time they were supposed to give me an account, and then they didn't even message me. They just I just went on the FTMO website, and then I had a pending account there. Let's see. Man, I can't wait till I get that 300K. Once I get that 300K, dude, that's gonna be crazy.
Can you imagine?
Imagine, bro. I'm gonna be making like, because I'm already locking in like maybe like 20 on on average for the two accounts. So that'd be like 30 then, I guess. So like 30, geez, 21K a month just trading FTMO, and that's conservatively too. That's not even trading like crazy, It's just conservative trading.
That's insane.
Be a nice extra drop in the bucket, and then we could start up something else.
If there's anyone here on the YouTube that is not a K2 member, you are missing out on the best US 30 strategy I've seen in this industry. Without a doubt. I mean, we're winning US 30 at 78% clip. Like, that's insane. There's people who are really great traders who are scared of US 30.
Exactly. Our win rate's so high, and it's like I take all these trades live. So if people don't believe it, just sit on one live session, and you'll see us literally call the trade live and watch it hit full TP. It's just crazy how these hit, man. I'm shocked myself, bro. Honestly, I wish I learned about US 30 like years ago. I just learned about this year, so my profits are just skyrocketing. If I'm
because of social media, everybody hypes it up so much.
Mm-hmm. But it's funny because a lot of people that do trade it on social media don't even trade it properly. A lot of times they flop, but they don't show their losses. They just show the wins.
Exactly.
And for here, we're doing this live, so it's like I can't lie to you guys and be like, oh yeah, never mind about that trade. It's the same thing every single day.
And so US 30 tapped into Friday's high of the day. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't go lower than that for the rest of the day.
Oh, for where we're currently at?
Yeah. Well, from the low wick, that tapped into Friday's high.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, I see right here.
So I wouldn't be surprised if we don't make another low of the day for today only. So if anyone's holding sells, take some profits off, close partials, and then put your stop loss at break even or in profit.
Exactly. Did you guys hear that from David? So if you guys still have, your US 30 open for a sell, we both recommend that you move your stop loss in profit, take some partials, and then move your stop loss in profit. or around break even so that you guys can protect your position. Because right now this is at a very low. So this might just spike right back up for where it currently is. But I don't think it's going to drop any further up until, New York close. So we'll see how this.
You also got to consider that last week's low was like 29,750. It hasn't shown a willingness to break below 29,750 right now. So the next key level is 3,000. 30,000, sorry, 30,000.
30,000, yeah, no, I can see that right here. This was the very low right here, but it didn't have, yeah, exactly 29,750. It couldn't break it. Man, I'm like curious to see how this is going to play out the rest of the week, especially with all the news and, COVID and all the updates and stuff like that. I feel like it's pretty much a mixed bag for me.
I'm going to tell you what I think. I think the next 2 weeks are going to be very interesting to end the year.
Yeah, I think so.
There's a lot of things that are going on behind the scenes that we don't really know about.
Exactly, 100%. And that's why I only trade US 30 during New York session. Like when people trade it like long term or swing it, I'm like, yeah, it's crazy because it could literally spike down or spike up at any point because we don't know what's going on. A lot of stuff can happen after hours and we're not even looking at the market.
Exactly.
Yeah. Man, what a nice profit on this though. See, John said, Sisu, I keep asking myself, how does DJ30 know to reverse after moving 1,500 pips from K2 10-minute signal? I don't know, man. I asked myself that too. But yeah, finding this sweet spot right here is just from back testing. I've done so much, I pulled so much data where I figured that this was a sweet spot. So maybe that's just like the number that's set for how much price is supposed to move during a session. Because one way that you guys can do it to just determine how it moves, you guys can go ahead and just mark up each session, and then you can measure how much it moves. So like right here, this is where it opened from, and you can see it moved up about 800 pips, and then it moved down about 18 or 1,700 pips. So
what's the range for today?
Range from today, the high was about 30,353, and then the low is at 30,100. So that's about
almost 650.
No, it's way higher. It's like 2,500 pips from the very high to the very low. But if you factor in just from the market open, it's going to be about like 1,800.
You know what? I was stuck on UK100 watching.
Oh. Yeah, for US 30, that's just the data that I pulled from, all my back testing. So that's how I got that.
So last week, I was doing some analysis yesterday. Last week, US 30 moved an average of 338 points a day.
A day? Dang.
Yep. From the highest point of the day to the lowest point of the day.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense because it'll go up and down. Like if it's a whipsawing. So like if you divide that by 2, it'll probably be around like 1,500, like 1,500 up, 1,500 down. But yeah, combined, it definitely moves a whole lot. But geez, so that's a big move for like the slow week last week, right? Because last week was kind of slow for the most part.
So yeah. Right now we're sitting at a range of 200 and 50-ish.
Yeah, I think so. Looks like that.
There could be another power move towards the end of the day.
I think so too. That usually happens around lunchtime, or around, I guess,
your lunchtime, right?
Yeah. My lunchtime around noon. That's usually where you get the crazy spike. That's why I would prefer to get out of this trade, because from now until noon, once it hits lunchtime my time, it'll probably spike down or spike up. Yeah, because that's happened to us a couple of times where we've entered the trade kind of late, like around 10, and then all of a sudden it hits lunchtime, and then boom, there goes my profit. It disappears. Let's see what else. Are you looking at anything else right now, David? Or are you just looking at
the trades that I'm in are the trades that I'm in. I don't enter anything after 12. So 12 Eastern.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, no, that's smart. That's smart because it's the the shift in sessions.
Yep, London's closing. London's closed. It's just a U.S. market open basically. They're all gone. All the professional traders, whatever you want to call them, they're done by noon.
Yeah, exactly.
So I find my entries 3 a.m. Eastern, and I don't enter anything after 12 noon Eastern.
Gotcha. Yeah, no, definitely. I'm probably gonna. Well, I'm done with US 30. I already took my profit. I'm probably just gonna look for any Forex entries. But dude, have you seen this? Like these spikes in price from like GU and like all the other pairs.
Oh yeah, I mean I'm in GU sell.
Yeah, because you caught that drop right there. But that spike is crazy. How did you identify that spike? You just identified the structure.
I want to show you. I want to show you later. I've been waiting.
Okay, yeah.
I've been waiting to get on with you.
I know. Or we've been trying to get on that private.
Let me see. My entry for GU is 34,840. No, sorry, 34,344.
34,344. Wait, what was that again? Sorry, I'm gonna mark it up. You said it was
34,344.
344. Oh yeah, you got in like right there, bro. Like right at that spike.
Yeah, I knew.
Yeah, we'll have to get on that.
I knew that was the entry.
We're using those quarter points. Look, I see a quarter point right here.
No. I gotta show you later.
Yeah, no, definitely. We'll get on a private session later. We'll go over that strategy. You're still using the quarter points for US 30, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, if you want to look at my GJ entry real quick, check this out.
Yeah, where was your entry point at?
139,288.
139,288. Bro, what are you looking at, man? Look at that. Yeah, spot on. Spot on.
So I've been doing just a lot of studying and a lot of testing.
Yeah.
And I can almost call entries and targets now.
Nice.
So just like last week, remember I showed you my trade from last week and I called the target?
Oh yeah,
it hit exactly from last week. GU from last week. Go check it out.
Yeah, let's
pull go back in your messages. I told you what the target was and it hit. And that was like another 100 pip trade.
Let's see if let me see if I can find it over here. It was like last week, right?
Yeah. I think you just go on the images and you swipe down.
Yeah, I remember you sent me a screenshot of that. Let me see if I can pull it up. Dude, I just saw the US that we talked about yesterday. I mean, not yesterday.
Don't swipe our pictures on the live stream.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to. Oh man, I can't see it. Let me see. Oh, is that video you sent me?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember. I thought it was a
screenshot. Yeah, no, it is. Yeah, it is.
Oh, you know what? You might want to check your Google Hangout.
Oh yeah.
I think I was at work.
Yeah, I think you were at work. You always message me on Google Hangout, and I don't see it till like a week later.
Yeah, I know. That's the only thing I got though at work.
Oh, okay. I see. On the 11th, you sent it to me. Okay, I see. Nice. So you had those structures marked up pretty nice. So you had the high, low. You had those middle structures right there as well.
I got to show you. I wanted to help you with some of the entries from last week. That's why I was trying to get you on.
Yeah.
Something I identified in the 4-hour strategy. I don't use the 4-hour. I personally use the 1 hour and the 15-minute.
Nice. Yeah, I used to use 1 hour too before, but then I just hated looking at the computer like every hour.
That's the time frame that's best suits me for the time that I have to work, because I'm trying to get in and then identify my target and just get out.
Exactly. You don't have a full day like I do.
I don't. Yeah, I really don't.
Yeah, because I see your chart right here. I'm looking at it where you marked it up from last week on the 11th. Yeah, it looks like it lined up perfectly. Right.
I think the target was like one. And what was it? I can't remember.
Yeah, I was around, but it did hit like exactly where you anticipated to hit.
Still have it on my chart.
Yeah, I mean, that was perfect, dude. Yeah, we definitely got to go over this, and then we can mesh the.
It's been eye-opening.
Yeah, no, definitely.
It's pretty insane. I talked to my wife about it. She doesn't care, but I still show her.
He doesn't care.
No, she doesn't care, but I still show her. She's like, "Oh my god, you're getting good." I was like, "Just give me time. I'll figure it out."
Like, David, are you quitting your job yet?
I wish I could, man.
Like, David, are you gonna be the stay-at-home dad now?
Man, I'm locked in. I'm locked in, man. I can't quit my job.
I know you're gonna be locked in for another couple of years, so hopefully not that long. Just remember not to renew this year, bro. This time.
No, I'm done.
Hey, don't do it again. You'd be good after this. Because you
yeah.
have your exit now. You've already found something that you can do, you know. So you're pretty much set at this point.
Yes, sir. Thanks to K².
K2, remember blowing K2 up. Oh, nice. Look at Funky over here. She locked in some nice profits too. She took a bunch of trades. Same thing we analyzed. She locked in about 225 today on a small account. This is what I like seeing, bro. I like seeing like people like grow their small accounts and not over leverage. You know, you'll see people with like $100 account and taking like a 0.05 or a 0.10, and then you see Funky over here with like 0.01s, and she's still locked in some nice profit. So it's totally possible for someone to really, grow their account like that. And that's tight. Have you been depositing more money in your account, David? Or you're still just using the same amount from before?
No, I'm still in my FTMO account.
Oh, you're still using your FTMO? Okay, gotcha. Yeah, because I remember last time when you had the personal one, kind of went a little crazy with those scalps.
Man, honestly, I haven't traded any personal accounts for a while.
Yeah,
I'm just on the FTMO. I can't manage all that at once.
Exactly. No,
I get too distracted to remember what I was even doing.
Exactly. And if you have to flip between accounts, it becomes a hassle, you know.
It does.
And then if you forget to put a TP or a stop loss, you're like, God, you go back and pull up that account, and it's like deep and negative, and you're like, what happened? I thought I closed this.
Right. I mean, I have a stable job, and I can't get out of it. So I mean, trading live funds and switching back and forth to FTMO is just too much of a hassle for me right now. The FTMO account is negative, but I'm bringing it back. But I still have it. But I still have a funded account.
Nice. Oh, you saw the first one from way back.
Yeah, I still have my funded account.
Oh man, dude, if you guys have been in K2 for a while, like David is one of the first members to get funded in K2. It was like me and David. We were the only ones that were funded back. What was it, in May? A long time ago.
Man, no, I don't think it was May. It might have been like June.
Oh, so yeah, because I started in May and then you did it after me.
Well, because I started with K2 in April.
Yeah.
When I found you guys.
Exactly.
And then I heard about K2. I mean, I heard about FTMO, I think, from you when you were already in it.
Yeah, I've been doing FTMO since May, I think. I think I was the first one that brought FTMO over to you guys, and then you took it. You were the first one to pass with everyone else. And then you still have that account. That's crazy.
No. So I blew my first account.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, and then you did another one.
I blew the first account. US 30, obviously. No stop loss. And got the best of me.
It always happens. But the thing with FTMO is the thing that I like about it the most is that it requires you to like trade like a professional. You have to be very on point with your risk. You have to be on point with your lot size and everything pretty much. Because if you make one mistake, you could like blow your account super quickly.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not ashamed to say I blew my account. I'm still new at trading, less than a year in. I got greedy. And
Exactly.
but you know, I passed another challenge, and I'm still funded.
Nice, nice. Yeah, I still have my first account from like way back. Uh, but then I was in super negative for like a couple months until I finally brought it back. So like now I have the 2 accounts, and then hopefully I'm gonna start my third one pretty soon once FTMO sends it over.
I'll be on the same page as you, sir.
Exactly, man. It's perfect, bro. Perfect. Funky said no stop loss, just like me. That's happened to so many people. Man,
I
that's
don't know if I've ever told you like the official story. I had a buy stop. This was, I don't know, June, right? I can't even remember what price we were at. I had a buy stop that had no business being touched yet. And I kid you not, to the pip almost, you know, FCMO has a 1 pip spread almost on US 30. To the pip, it triggered. I didn't have my parameters set. I'm not even paying attention to the computer. I come back 8 minutes later and I blew my account by $5.
wow. That's crazy, man.
$5.
It's crazy how it goes down to the T like that. That happens all the time too. It's like you don't even expect it, and then you end up losing, and then it shoots right back in profit. It happens all the time.
I was sick. It was a Friday too, and I wanted to cry.
Yeah, I remember you didn't talk to me like for like a whole weekend. And then you came back. You're like, all right, I'm done with this bullshit. I'm back to trading.
I wanted to cry. $5.
Damn,
I
that's
was trying to close it out so fast, and I couldn't get the lap. Oh my god, it was a big mess.
well, was that before you got the keys? That was before, right?
Yes, way before Magic Keys. Magic Keys is a lifesaver.
Yeah, man. I need to get. Well, I'm on a Mac, so I can't even apply it. But I need to. I need. I should just create my own keys, bro, for
I
trading view.
mean,
I think
I
if I.
mean, I mean, to be honest, you should just get a cheap laptop.
Yeah, I can do that too.
Just
Honestly.
put MetaTrader. Don't put anything on it except MetaTrader and your Magic Keys. I promise you, it's a lifesaver, right? You can set, you can put your partial take profits in, have it close a certain percentage, and when it hits your partial take profit, it can automatically move your stop loss to break even. You don't have to manage it after that. And if you want
Yeah,
to close it manually, you just close it. If not, you just let the trade run.
man.
It is
Sounds nice,
awesome.
man. I think
Because
that's probably the
once my trades are set and my take profits are set, I don't have to touch it again.
exactly. You have nothing to worry about. You just gotta worry about setting your profits after.
So you know, your US 30 trade, a lot of times you're taking profits at 750 pips. You could just automatically close 80% at 750 pips every time and move your stop loss to break even. Just let it run. You don't even have to manage it.
Exactly. Yeah, no, definitely. That'd be so much easier instead of having to worry about it and having to miss the TP or miss moving your stop loss and you end up in negative and you're like crap. I
Right. I
got
mean,
that.
you've already identified the risk. Your stop loss is at entry already once you hit TP1. If you want to
Exactly.
close it manually, just close it. If not, you can just go on about your day.
Exactly. Yeah, no, definitely. I'm probably gonna end up doing that sometime next year, especially with the FTMO if it starts to once I get 300K count, I'm gonna be more focused with locking in profit versus hitting that full TP every time. Because like the thing is, it's crazy. Like, if we have the 100K account or even 300K account actually, and I'm only taking TP1, which might be like, about 1%, I could be locking in like 3,000 per trade easy. Just, moving my stop loss and profit to TP1 or partials basically.
If I were you with that big account, I would just close 80% right at TP1 automatically.
Exactly, right? And then just
Right.
let it run. Yeah, because
Right.
then
I mean, so what is that? What's 80% of?
okay, so that'd probably be
So you run what? For you to run a 45 lot.
yeah.
So 45 lot times what? 750 times 80%, right? And you subtract it.
100. That's 6,000. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's an insane amount. Trading 45 lots. That's crazy. So
I mean, you're locking that in at TP1 automatically, no stress free.
Yeah, stress free, and we almost always hit TP1.
TP1 is like 90%.
Exactly, if not higher. It's crazy. Because I was looking at the results, and it's like we almost always hit TP1. And I was telling that to some people too. I was like, if you have a lot of problem being consistent, you could literally just take
it to TP1 and just go on about your day.
Yeah, exactly. Because if you hit TP1, you have one loss, it's going to set you back a little bit. But with the win rate of TP1, you can like literally make a living off that.
Yeah, that if you look at it by the end of the month, how much you're positive, you're going to be up.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. Because if you think about this TP1, and then say if you take TP1 like 3 times a week, so you'll be making like 20,250 a week times 4. That's like 81,000 a month, bro. Yeah. Multiplied by 12. Geez, nearly $1 million a year. Just taking one US 30 trade to TP1.
To TP1. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Magic keys will save your life. Stress-free trading.
Yeah, it's gonna be the next step next year. Once I get that next account, I'm pretty much good to go. From there, let's see. So Funky
I'm almost tempted to start another one.
Another one? Once you pass, or you already passed this one, you don't have one that's running right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, like, you don't have a challenge that's running right now. You just have one.
No. Right.
Yeah. You should, I would recommend doing a staggered account. So like while you're running this one, run the second one. And then once you pass that one, stagger the third account so that by the time, 3 months pass, you're already at your 300K. And you already know how it works. Like, you could easily pass that by just taking US 30 trades.
Right. Well, I narrowed my focus down a lot. I started, trying to trade, everything, all the Forex pairs and.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, that's pretty much how I do it. Because I know some people just trade like the JPY pairs or the pound pairs. And the thing is, sometimes there's not going to be any entries for those pairs. So like you kind of have to like juggle around
and I'm okay with that though.
Exactly.
So I've narrowed my focus down to EU, GU, GJ, US 30, and the UK 100 trade. Within those 5 pairs, I can find one entry a day, 3 to 3 a week, and that's fine with me.
Yeah, and it's easy because the thing is, if you take 3 trades and they all win, and you take these high probability trades, you're like, you're almost guaranteed to just be profitable, because if you don't take any losses and you're just all taking all these wins that are like high probability trades, then there's no way for you to be negative at the end of the month or even the end of the year at that. Funky's asking about FTMO. So FTMO is basically a funding company. This is like something that I introduced to K2 members a long time ago, and it's pretty cool. Like, you go through these challenges first, depending on which account size you're trying to do. Most of us just do the 100K because we already know that we're confident with our trading. But some people start with the lower account. But basically, what you have to do is you just have to reach this profit target, and then not fail any of these requirements, and then you move on to the verification. After that, you only have to make half the profit, and then once you pass that, you'll get a funded account. So once you get a funded account, you get to trade their accounts, and then at the end of the month, you keep 70% of the profits. So that's pretty much what we're talking about, Funky. If you're not familiar with it, I did send a link in the chat if you want to take a look at it. And then once you pass this, you get refunded your fee. So you have to pay a fee to sign up, but once you pass, you get a refund. So for me, they offered me a refund or another 100K account. I was like, just give me the 100K account because I'll make more money trading than you just gave me back my challenge fee. So they allow you to stack about three accounts together. So right now I have two 100K accounts, and I'm going to be getting my third one soon. So once I have that, it'll be a 300K account. And then from there, I get to keep profits at the end of the month. So that's what me and David were talking about right now. Because for every US 30 trade, the profit risk for the account that I'm trading is about 2,250. If I'm trading 3 accounts, multiply that by 3, I have profit potential about 6,750 per day. And I was trying to do the math because we trade 5 times a week for US 30. If we factor in 1 loss per week, which is inevitable, and we have maybe 3 wins a week, that'd be about 20,000 a week times 4, 81,000 a month times 12, nearly $1 million a year. So that's like crazy numbers there, but it's totally possible. Let's see what else we got here. And that's just trading, guys. Like, and the thing with US 30 is that you can trade it, and how much money can be made trading US 30. The thing with trading with FTMO is that they give you a funded account, so you don't have to risk any money. That's why I prefer to trade with FTMO than trading my personal account when I'm trading like that big amount of money. I'd rather trade that big amount of money with money that's not mine, and then I also trade the normal size amount of money that is mine, where I make like a couple $1,000 a day, which will be like the recurring income. So there's a ton of possibilities there. Once you feel very confident with your trading, I do recommend FTMO. But if you're not there yet, then keep practicing that level. See if there's any other questions here. I think we have one more from Funky. She's asking, on this note, how do I know which one you're looking at on TradingView, like Awanda, etc.? So for me, Funky, I generally use currency.com for all of the indices. And then for the Forex pairs, I use forex.com. Those are the 2 that I found to be most accurate with regard to data. So that's the ones that I recommend as well. Rick said, do the yellow things repaint, and how long does it take for them to repaint? Which one are you talking about? Rick, are you talking about these numbers right here? These are the pivot high lows. So once they get set, let they repaint. You just have to make sure that the candle closes, and then once they do close, they will stay on the screen. So what else is here? So I think we missed some questions up here. Jason said, so is there a live London session? So unfortunately there isn't, because I'm asleep during London. Maybe once David over here quits his job, he can start handling the London session. Or there's a couple other guys in here too that might be holding it, but we haven't really decided on whether someone is going to run it or not just yet.
I don't even have the right equipment to run a session.
Oh yeah, you're still on that older Mac, right?
Yeah.
That Air, man, you're gonna have to make those profits.
I've honestly had no use for a new computer for so long.
Mm-hmm.
But after I got into trading, now I'm realizing like I need a better setup. But I know nothing about computers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
so
exactly.
I want to build I want to build something nice that can handle live streaming and my terminal and trading view all at the same time with no lag.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely. You could build that pretty nicely for a computer. For me, I just like simplicity. So that's why I got the Mac, and it just works perfectly for me. The only downside is MT4. I mean, yeah, eventually I'm probably gonna have to make some changes to start using MT4, but for now,
I think you should get like a little Asus laptop,
mm-hmm.
and just have that running separately beside you.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Maybe just have it like right here on my other side, other side of my desk, and then just for US 30. No, that's all I need for
basically.
Yeah, definitely.
You could probably benefit from a nice webcam too.
Oh yeah, no, definitely, for sure. I'm probably gonna get that at some point. Or what I'm thinking about doing is buying an actual camera, so that I could start vlogging.
Okay, that would be sweet.
Yeah, because a lot of people wonder what I do other than trade. So I'll probably get a camera.
I'll be the cameraman. What's up?
I know you're gonna move in right here in my closet, bro.
Hey man, I'll sleep in the tub.
Oh man, that's hilarious, bro. That's funny, man. Yeah, we definitely got to link up. Once COVID stuff is cleared up, I'm super down to come visit you out there.
Just don't invite Aaron, man. He's still got corona.
Aaron, man, where's Aaron at? Aaron's probably in the background coughing still.
He's still got it, man, since April.
since April, man. Every time Aaron messages me, he's like, "Yo, bro, I think I got COVID." Get tested, bro. He's always sick. I'm like, man, you gotta go get tested.
I met you guys in April. He's been coughing ever since.
Right? He's been coughing since you first met him. It was a long time ago. It's not a good sign. Oh man. So we have another question here from Radomir. Radomir said, so if you pay for the challenge, do you also need to fund the account or to trade, or do you trade in a demo in the challenge? Yeah, Radomir. So basically what FTMO does is they'll give you a demo account that they are tracking, right? So you take the trades on there. Once you pass that, they give you another demo account for verification. Once you pass that, they'll give you another demo account for funding. So your funded account, basically what happens is it's technically a demo account, but what happens is your trades from the demo account get copied to their funded account. So a lot of people don't understand that's how it works. Obviously, they're not going to give you an actual 100K account, right? Because you can just run away with that money, or you can just blow their account. So, just using a little logic there, if you guys understand how that works, you're trading their demo account and it's copying to their funded account. So once those trades are made, at the end of the month, everything is calculated, and there's a matrix at the end of the month, which will give you the details as to how much profit you made. At that point, they'll give you the profit split. They'll message you like, hey, Radomir, this is how much profit you made. And then on your first payout, they're going to give you your first payout, plus they're going to give you your refund back. But for me, they were like, hey, you've been doing so well. Do you want your refund, or do you want to just have another 100K account? So I was like, I'll just take the 100K account. So from there, then you get a monthly payout every single month. And then they just pay you out 70% of whatever you made at the end of the 1 month cycle from when you started that account. So hopefully that made sense. But yeah, it'll say demo on the account, but in reality, their funded account is copying your trades. And that's how that's how they check how much profit they owe you and stuff like that. But yeah, it's pretty simple. See, RX said, man, those yellow things are like way to get. Yeah, exactly, RX. I mean, here's the thing. These yellow lines that you're talking about, these high lows, they're not going to be established until prices pass, far enough. And that's one way that you can do it as well. Like one way that we predict this line right here, you can see there's no line here yet, right? I mean, there's a line there, but if we go back to here where we had the signal, there's no yellow line there, right? One way to identify that is to draw these K2SR zones. So you can see we have a K2SR zone up here, and this already identified the high before that yellow number came up, right? So if I move forward here, we would have been in this trade already, but that yellow box doesn't come up until way over here. So it'd be too late for that. One way to identify that is to draw your own zones so that you can identify that before it even appears. That's one way to do it. But Ark, I think it's a little too, it might be a little too advanced for you right now. So I don't recommend you trying to take any shortcuts to take these trades. But I do see what you mean when you're, you mentioned that this could be very profitable if you're able to identify these prior to them actually appearing. RX said he be coughing a lot since April, but won't get tested. Try not to laugh. Yeah, no, for sure. I've been telling him to get tested. I don't think Aaron's in here right now. I was just talking to him earlier today. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, guys, let me see if there's anything else that we can take right now. I'm gonna go ahead and look through the Forex pairs real quick, see if there's anything we could possibly take. Maybe take a look at David's trades too, because he's in GU right here. Looks like it might be swinging up at this point. GJ as well. Let's see. Yeah, huge wick right there, David. So hopefully you moved your stop loss in profit, or you got out in profit already, because it looks like everything is swinging back to where it's supposed to go. Yeah, GU's.
Yeah, GU's 92 pips in profit.
Yeah, because GU right here is rejecting off. It looks like it might swing right back up. Because the US dollar is gonna.
I mean, if you're looking at the 4-hour time frame, we haven't created a higher high, but we've created lower lows.
Yeah, exactly. But I think from right here, I think this might establish the low right here, because it's a nice wick right there off that point. So I think it might swing right back up from here. Well, I mean, it's established the low. So if I was looking at this from this perspective, this could be, if this was hypothetically the low, right? This could be the low. This could be the high. And if this wick right here establishes the higher low, then I would anticipate it to, continue up even further from this point. But who knows? We'll see how this plays out. I just don't see the US dollar being strong overall until maybe X amount of time.
The way I looked at it is it doesn't need to be strong overall, but we're strong temporarily.
Yeah, so exactly.
On the 1 hour, I've been looking at the 1 hour. That's the chart I use. So if you look at the DXY on the 1 hour, we have some support here. Now a double bottom, if people like those kinds of things.
Yeah, right here.
On the DXY.
Oh, on the DXY. Okay, let me pull that up real quick. Actually, I was looking at GU on the 1 hour. It actually looks like it's establishing higher highs because we have this low right here. So the same thing that I marked up earlier. Looks like we had a low here, a high right here, higher low, higher high.
Yeah, well, intraday, yeah.
Yeah.
But a higher time frame, we are, appears to be coming down with the dollar failing to go lower.
Yeah, I know it doesn't directly correlate. Just looking at the dollar index right here, it's let me see. Yeah, it's weird because the dollar index is coming down. You would expect the US dollar to be weak as well, but it was coming down over here. But let's check the pound. It's pound DXY. No, yeah, it is DXY. See, the pound is actually really, really strong. Well, not really, really strong, but stronger in comparison to the DXY. So it's like, that's why I anticipate this to swing up right here. Did you take a look at that, David?
I only use the DXY because of the pairs that I trade, right? So it's EU, GU, GJ, and US30.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the pound index right here, and it's bullish. And then if you're comparing that to the DXY, which is bearish,
it should be the opposite.
Yeah, if it's moving opposite, then that would indicate that GU is going to be heading up, right? So that's why I think it's going to head up from here because, just looking at the dollar index right here, it's weak for the dollar index, but BXY, the pound index, is heading up right here. So if that's happening and you're looking at the pair that's directly correlated with those indexes, I would anticipate it to, continue upwards. But who knows? I don't know. There might be something going on behind the scenes, like you mentioned. So if I'm looking at fundamentals, that's what I would see happening right here for GU. So I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully you locked in some profits. You said you're in like 90 pips already, right?
Yeah, 93.
Yeah, so you're good. I'd probably move your stop loss in a little tighter maybe, or maybe even to this, like you entered from right here. So you should probably.
I caught almost the same trade last week, almost identical.
Same one, right? Yeah.
Yep. So you see how the higher time frame we're creating lower highs and lower lows.
Yeah. No,
so the pullbacks, I don't care about the pullbacks because we're, in my opinion, we're in a sell bias.
Oh, for GU?
I believe so. Yeah, I think the dollar is going to be strong to close out the year. It doesn't need to be strong overall, but I think the dollar is going to continue to creep up.
Yeah, let me check. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Usually at the end of the holidays, it usually creeps up because, with all the retail sales going on and stuff, because that's the news that's going to be released, I think, tomorrow or this week.
That's just what I think. The dollar, in my opinion, created a double bottom if people like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, for DXY, right?
Yep. So the dollar's kind of like in a range, in a 1 hour range.
Yeah, let me go on the 1 hour real quick.
So I think there's room to the upside. That there's some price imbalance that needs to be filled.
Yeah, it could be. So.
That's what I'm saying. That's
yeah.
That's just my style.
So if it does break below, then, or if it breaks above, I mean, it could do anything from here. It could literally reject off here, swing back up, break above, or it can, you know, break below. So yeah, it's definitely in a range right now. Until this happens where it breaks above here or breaks below here, then we can, you know, take a deeper look. But I think right now it's just it's kind of just all over the place.
It's a mess. Everything's a mess.
Everything's all over. Yeah, everything is a mess right now. And also, see the thing with the dollar index kind of pushing up right here, I guess this morning, I would correlate that to the Pfizer vaccine, because, you know, obviously when the vaccine comes out, everyone gets all excited and think that, you know, things are going to go back to normal, but then it ends up pulling right back down to where it was originally. So I mean, we'll see how it plays out. I don't like to speculate too much. I kind of like, I want to see what happens, and then from there I'll make my moves. I don't necessarily want to be like, oh, it's going to go up or it's going to go down, and then end up doing the opposite. Yeah, we'll see how that plays out. I'm gonna go ahead and take a look at all these pairs real quick, see if there's anything that we could possibly take. See, Arik said, how would we make 2,500 from TP1, for example? Arik, you just increase your lot size. That's the way you would do it, right? Because if you're taking a 15 lot size, because we're talking about multiple accounts, Arik, we're not just talking about one account. Me and David have been talking about having multiple FTMO accounts. So if you're taking a 15 lot size and you're going for TP1, which would be 750 pips, your profit would be 1,125. If you're taking 200K accounts, that'd be 2,250. So that's where the number came from. I think your math might be a little off with the 2,500, right? But this is what it would be if you had,
I think he's asking, how can you make 2,500 from TP1?
Let me see. All right. So if you wanted to make 2,500, you would just have to divide 2,500 divided by 750. So you'd have to take a 33 lot size. So that's how you would make it. But I don't recommend you do that, Art, because you could you can build your account that way. Let's see, we got 3.3 times 1,500. Actually, no, that's not right. Sorry. Let me redo the math.
2,500 divided by 75.
75. No, it's the same thing. I think I did the math wrong. Let me I divided 2,500. I think it's a 30 lot size. So if we do a 30 lot size times 15 times 750. Okay, no, it makes sense now. Okay, 3.3. Sorry guys, I was like trying to figure this out. But 33 lots times 750 would be 22,475. So it'd be a 33 lot size. All right,
Yeah, 30.
But I don't recommend you do that. You know, going back to all these conversations we have every week, just keep it simple. All right, don't try to overdo yourself, because you're just going to blow your account and you're going to lose your FTMO. So this is what's possible if you decide to do it with 100K account. But obviously, if you have 200K accounts, it's going to make it easier, because you can take, you know, your risk is going to be a lot. You can risk a lot more, obviously.
Stop loss on that is 49.50.
On this one,
if you take that 33 lot and you're not paying attention and it hits stop loss, that's almost $5,000.
Dang, man, just thinking about the possibilities, right? See, John said, so I think all you guys are getting really confused now. So just forget about everything me and Dave were talking about earlier, because I feel like all you guys are getting these ideas that you guys are trying to aim for TP1. What we were talking about was how we normally enter the trades, right? So if we're entering TP1, we're not setting our target at TP1. What we're doing is we're moving our stop loss to TP1. So nothing has changed, guys. I think that everyone here is kind of getting confused with all this, where you think that we're aiming for TP1. But in reality, we're doing the same thing we've been doing for the past 6-7 months. All we're doing is moving our stop loss to TP1. We're not setting our TPs to TP1, if that clears it up for you guys. So Arik, make sure that you understand that too, because we're not telling you to only reach for TP1. We're telling you that once price reaches there, if I had these magic keys that David was mentioning, I can move my stop loss to TP1 automatically without having to do any work. But I think a lot of you guys are getting confused and thinking that you're supposed to shoot for TP1. So John's question is, if you do TP1 at 750 pips, do you still do stop loss at 1500? Yes, because you're still entering the position at full TP, full stop loss. TP1 is just what we've been, explaining this whole time. You're just supposed to move your stop loss to TP1. You're not supposed to aim for it. You want to aim for full TP, but you want to make sure to move your stop loss once it reaches TP1, like I've been telling you guys, from the start of time, basically, that we started trading this. So try not to get that mixed up, guys. I know a lot of you guys are looking for shortcuts and trying to, do what we're doing, but then you guys aren't doing it properly. So just keep in mind that nothing's changed. It's the same exact strategy that I've been explaining to you guys from day one. You're supposed to move your stop loss to TP1. You don't aim for TP1. You aim for full TP, but you want to move your stop loss to TP1 when it reaches there. So Art, don't get any ideas, okay? I just want to make sure you're not getting any ideas trying to aim for a TP1, because we already talked about your game plan. You got to keep sticking to it, and don't try to do anything, out of the ordinary, or you're just going to end up digging like a deeper hole than you already have. So just keep consistent, and don't try to do too much. Just try to stick with what you're doing. And if me and David are talking about something specific, don't try to hop into that yourself, because we're talking about something that's a little more advanced. And until you figure out the basics and how to move your stop loss to TP1, then just ignore everything we're saying, because we already talked about this, Art, where you said that it's too much of a hassle for you to move your stop loss. So you can just run from full TP to full TP or stop loss instead of having to adjust your position, just to clear up the confusion there. But yeah, John,
you got less than 20 minutes to the 4-hour candle close.
Okay, sorry guys. Thanks, David. I'm gonna go check the 4-hour candles real quick and see if there's any entries here for Forex. So it looks like there might be an entry right here.
That 4-hour candle on US 30 is massive.
The 4-hour candle, let me check a look. What the hell? Yeah, that thing's big, huh? A huge candle. It was literally, let's see, so this whole candle for the past 4 hours dropped nearly 3,000 pips. It's a huge candle.
See, last week US 30 averaged 338 points a day, so 3380 pips a day. So yeah, there's not much left for the day, unless some kind of news event triggers. But US 30 is basically done for the day. So if you want to trade following the K2 today, take your profits and come back tomorrow.
Exactly. Or at least move your stop loss to full TP right here and then let it run if you want. If you really want to, you do that. But yeah, lock in profits, guys. That's one of the main things that I have to remind you guys every time. Lock in profits. Don't get greedy, because you already hit full TP here. You don't want to throw away all these profits just because you want to catch another 50 pips down here, because that happens to a lot of people. Arik is asking, do we stay out of Brexit week? What do you mean by that, Arik? Let me see. Check the news.
There's Brexit talks this week.
Is it this week?
But it's been the same runaround for everything for the last few months.
Yeah, we're still going to trade Arik. They've been talking about Brexit for the whole year. And it doesn't really, it affects the market, but it's not enough for us to be like, oh, let's sit out the market, I do see that there's pound news right here on Thursday, but, Brexit's been going on for I don't know, ever since I met David, Brexit's been going on.
Yeah, it's been the same thing, stimulus talks, Brexit talks, it's all phony, man.
Yeah, exactly. That's why for me, I don't really follow any of that stuff, guys. If there's any type of news like that, I just still trade. It's not going to stop me from trading just because there's news and stuff. Yeah, obviously we'll trade around it, but I'm not going to stop trading just because there's a certain news going on.
I'll tell you what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to enter any trades at 8:30 Eastern when Brexit is happening.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, if Brexit's happening, we're not going to trade it, but we're not going to sit out the entire week just because of Brexit. So short answer to your question, all right, we're still going to trade. We're not going to hide from that, but we're obviously going to be a little, careful for the most part. All right, looks like the CHF is it seems that's what she said. Yeah, funny. Let's see what else we got here. K² Jpy, nothing there. So Chf Jpy, it looks like the Swiss franc is really strong right now. I don't know what happened, if there's something that happened in the news. But it looks like the Swiss franc, okay, bipartisan group to release COVID relief bill as Congress faces pressure to send help. Damn. So yeah, once that stimulus bill comes out, it's going to affect it's definitely going to spike some prices up. But looking at the CHF pairs, it looks like all the CHF pairs are pretty strong for the most part. Not sure what affected it necessarily, but it does look decent. So I think those are the only pairs that I really see right now. GU and C. Huh. Yeah, I'm thinking about taking this USD CHF pair here. So I'll stop right there. Mark that up. Huge spikes around here. CAD. 946. All right, we got some time. Looks like the NZD CHF pairs. NZD pairs are pretty weak right now. I might take this trade. Let's see CHF. It's looking for correlations, guys. So if you guys see me looking at these other pairs, I'm looking to take this NZD CHF sell, and I'm matching it with the other NZD pairs to make sure that the NZD is strong. I mean, it's weak overall. So we want this to be weak, which is slightly weak there. NJ slightly weak, and use very weak right here. And then I'm trying to delete this thing. And then for the other side, we have NZD CHF. I want to see if the CHF is strong across the board, which it looks like it is. Odd CHF is bearish right here, indicating that the Swiss franc is strong. Same with CAD CHF over here. Euro CHF, same right there, it's bearish. GC right here, very bearish. NZD CHF looks like a perfect entry, guys. So I'm probably going to call this trade. I think this is probably going to be the only one that I'm going to call right now because everything else looks a bit risky. All the AUD pairs here are bullish, so they're going against this entry right here. But NZD CHF looks perfectly fine. So I'm probably going to take this trade right here and call it for you guys. We got about 10 minutes left on the candle. I'm going to see how it plays out. But then after this, guys, if there's nothing else that you guys have in the questions, then I'm probably going to call it a day for trading during the New York session. And then we'll move on to the to lunch. And then after that, we'll go ahead and check out the the trades for Asia session later. I think this might be it for US session. Hopefully you guys caught that US 30 from today, caught some profit. And I'm gonna try to call this trade for you right now as well if we see this come up. Just a reminder, guys, there's not really, the market's going to be slow today because it's Monday. There's only a lot of volatility due to the COVID news. But other than that, doesn't really look like there's much to really take right now for the most part, because everything is pretty much bouncing, back and forth currently with everyone's reaction to the news and whatnot. So yeah, this might be the only trade that we're going to take right now. I'm going to give it 10 more minutes for us to take that trade. Meanwhile, I'm going to see if I can get a gym session in. At 24, we have to, they require that we have to reserve a spot. So let me just get this going right here. Let me delete this one. Perfect. It looks cold outside. All right, perfect. On my gym session right here, scheduled for 11:30. So yeah, after I call this trade, guys, I'm gonna go hit the gym, go on with my day. I'll be back to trade with you guys during Asia session. So just waiting for this candle to close. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to put them in the chat. Otherwise, I'm going to call this trade once the candle closes, and then I'll go on with my day. I'll be back in the chat in a couple hours, and then we can regroup for Asia session later today. And just a reminder, guys, if you guys haven't already, if you guys can, just like the stream and subscribe to the YouTube channel. That way you guys will get notifications whenever I go live. Just a reminder as well, I have a mentoring session today at about, I think, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is my time. So if you guys want to sit in on that one-on-one mentoring session, feel free to, like and subscribe to this channel. And that way YouTube will send you an email once I go on that live session. Generally, I don't send out the link for that session. So if you guys are already, if you guys like the video and you guys have subscribed, then you guys will get an email from YouTube telling you that I'm going live whenever I do. And I go live about maybe 2 or 3 times a day. So if you guys missed the other mentoring sessions, you guys want to sit in on them, feel free. Just, feel free to like this video and to subscribe. That way you'll get notifications from YouTube. Perfect. Yeah, David said if you guys have any questions, feel free to message him. Thanks, David. David's been with K2 for a while. David's growing with K2. We're probably going to have something going at some point. Once David get out of his job, or we'll have to get him out of his job one way or another. But yeah, we're definitely going to team up. Everyone that I've worked with K2 in the past, we still work with each other. We're all still, because you guys have seen, if you guys have been K2 for a while, you've seen that people have come and gone. People have left and created their own thing. But we're all still cool. Like Aaron still pops into the chat every once in a while. Honest is kind of busy with his own stuff, with his price action. And Wade's still working on his indices as well. So we're all still in this circle. We're just kind of doing separate things. So definitely, if you guys want to sit in on the live session later, feel free. The link will be sent out to all of the YouTube subscribers later today, basically by YouTube, whenever I go live. So it's going to be about 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Let me see if there's anything else to look at real quick. I'm just going to zoom through these again to see if I missed anything. Otherwise, I think Nzd Chf is probably going to be the only entry we're going to take. Odd CHF right here, this is a decent entry as well. However, like I mentioned, all of the AUD pairs are bullish. So I don't really want to go against the, that bullish move, because this will, the thing with this is that this will possibly swing back up. Gene Vaughn said, can you tell me your story of why you're helping people reach financial freedom? So Gene Vaughn, I've been trading for like 10 years, bro. And when I first started trading, I never had any money to pay for a mentor. I never had money to pay for a course. And I learned everything from scratch. And I literally learned everything from YouTube videos and from Google. I just literally Googled every trading strategy I could find, watched every video I could see, and that like extended the process. I probably could have been a better trader a lot earlier if I had a mentor, if I had some course, but I learned everything from scratch. And I'm glad I did it that way, because that way I was able to learn everything from start to finish on my own. And I was able to identify things that were good and things that were bad with trading. So that's why I was able to create my own indicators, create my own strategies, because I have a full spectrum of knowledge just learning on my own. But pretty much now I'm just trying to pay it back. Back then I wish I had a mentor. I wish I had a course. I just didn't have money for it. But now, I'm here with the knowledge and the experience from trading for so long that I pretty much am just giving back to you guys, because obviously I was in your position at some point where I wanted financial freedom. I wanted to be a good trader, but I didn't have that support group. I didn't have that, that family to pretty much support me. So now I've created K2 to create what I wanted like back then. And I've made it available to pretty much all of you guys for free, pretty much. If you guys want to copy my trades and everything, obviously there's going to be some premium that's available to it, because me helping you guys, this takes time out of my day when I could just be trading on my own and, not helping you guys. But I want to help you guys. So like in order to, balance out my time with my trading, that's what the premium services are used for. And if you guys want the one-on-one mentorship using the K2 strategies, it's available to you guys. If you guys just want to copy signals, that's available to you guys as well. So it's just really up to you guys what you guys want out of this. The opportunity is there. It's your job to grab that opportunity or to let it slip by you. So I'm here to help you guys regardless as what level of trading you're at, because this is what I actually love to do. Like I love to trade. If you guys knew me from before, I was actually an attorney before this. I went from trading stocks to options to becoming an attorney to hating my job as an attorney because it was so stressful to going back to trading. And, I've been trading ever since. So now I'm able to do this full time, and I'm here to help you guys as well if you guys want the help. If you guys don't want the help, that's cool, because I'm going to keep profiting regardless. But if you guys want to, take this journey with us, with the rest of the K2 members, you guys are more than welcome. So that's pretty much my story right there. I pretty much, did all this stuff from start, and I'm pretty much helping everyone else level up from this as well. So let me see, Gene Vaughn. So Gene Vaughn, did you sign up for the strategies, or did you sign up just for the signals? Because that's going to be an issue if you only signed up for the oh no, so it looks like you signed up for the strategies too. So yeah, Gene Vaughn, we could definitely have a one-on-one. I just wanted to make sure that you signed up for the strategies as well, because in order to get mentored by me, you're gonna need the indicators, because obviously you can't apply the strategies without the indicators. That's what makes it proprietary, because I've developed these indicators and coded them from scratch to pretty much identify what I need to see in the market. But yeah, Gene Vaughn, just message me on Telegram. Give me a good date and time that you want to have a one-on-one. I generally am available during the weekdays from 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So anytime within that time frame during the week, just let me know when you want to meet up, and I can make that happen. So yeah, just message me, and I'm here to help you, bro. I want to make you a profitable trader just like myself and everyone else in K2. And you'll have one-on-one mentorship from me as well, as long as you have an active subscription, because obviously you need the K2 indicators in order to apply these strategies. So yeah, just message me, bro, and then we'll set that up. And if you want to sit in on the mentorship today too, I have one with, I think, Joseph today about 3 p.m. So I'll be on that as well if you want to sit in on that. All right, looks like we have this trade that's about to come up soon right here. So let me just get this set up over here. This is going to be a sell stop for Nzd Chf. Let's see what we got here. All right, Euro on. This is going to be Nzd Chf. ACT, I saw your message over there. You said, yeah, odd CHF is sideways. Yeah, that's why I'm not going to take odd CHF. I'm holding off on that one, because that one is, I mean, overall, it looks bullish to me. It's obviously bullish right here, pulled back a little bit, and I think it's going to swing right back up, right? So there's no entry there for me. I'm going to hold off on that. I am looking at NZD CHF right here, though, because this looks bearish to me, because it looks like it established a, let's see, established a high right here. Then it established a low, lower high, and then I think it's going to push down from here, right? Or even if it does range, so say if it ranges within the zone right here, I anticipate it to at least get this far down to hit our TP1, TP2, possibly TP3 for full TP. So that's what I see happening for NZD CHF right here. And it also falls for the zone strategy as well. We got 18 seconds left on this candle. Let me just delete all this stuff right here. You know, I'm gonna enter this right here as well. Pips is that 40 pips. All right, well, I'm in the trade, guys. I'm gonna post this up for you guys real quick as well, so you guys can get it. I already entered at market. You guys don't need to enter at market, but I'm gonna be stepping out right now, so I wanted to take that trade before I stepped out. I'm gonna try to get some gym time in. I've been like slacking the past couple of weeks. I've been not necessarily lazy. I just been really busy with K2 stuff. You know, trying to figure out all these new strategies for you guys. So delete that. We got that right there. And TP1 right there.
Thanks for having me on today, man. It was fun.
Oh, yeah, definitely, David. You know, come through whenever, bro. I know you're always on here whenever you're not at work. Yeah. If you want to hop in for a few seconds while you're running out to your car.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Take that US 30 trade.
Yes, sir.
Bro.
Do it.
Definitely.
All right. I'm out of here, man. Have a good day.
Definitely, bro. You too. I'll catch you soon.
All right, man.
All right, man. Talk to you later. Let me set these alerts right here, guys. Yeah, enter the sell right here, Javon. It says sell stop if you want to enter from there, but I entered market already because I'm gonna step out right now, so I don't really have time to manage it. So I'm just going to I'm ready in the trade if you want to enter with me. So I enter the sell right here for NZD CHF. Let's see what else we got over here. And then now I'm just setting my alerts. So when price drops down and hits these man, you guys get these little scammers in the group. Yeah, so I enter this trade already. Now I'm just setting my alerts so that when I hit TP1, TP2, TP3, it's gonna send me an alert like, hey, Shawn, you know, I hit TP. That way I can move my stop loss and profit. There we go. I got everything set up right here. Pips. And lastly, this one right here. Check out the premium, Javon. It's all set there because I have 3 different TPs. So we got TP1 over here, which is 0.62711, TP2 is 0.62611, and TP3 is going to be 0.62411. So that's going to be full TP right there, 0.62411. But I do have alerts set up right here to let me know when price reaches these certain price points. That way I can, you know, I can move my stop loss and profit once it pushes down to those points. And Matt mentioned, Shawn, you didn't mention sincerity. You're very sincere too. Yeah, definitely, guys. So, you know, just a reminder, guys, I'm here to help you guys out. You know, I'm not here to really get anything out of you guys because I do this for free. You know, this is a free webinar that I do every single day. I do call these signals in the premium, but if you guys sit here on the webinar, you guys can see, you guys can copy the trades as I'm calling them live as well. You know, there's no, you don't have to pay for anything. It's just, if you guys want that VIP service where you guys have access to all of my trades real time, then, you know, obviously there's going to be a small little, you know, little payment for that, but you're going to make that back in like one trade, guys. Like, you know, $50 is not a lot. I try to keep it as cheap as possible so that everyone can afford it. But, you know, I also don't want to have all of like a bunch of freeloaders in the group. So that's why I keep it low enough where people can pay for it, but you'll make the profit back with the trade. But I don't want to make it too high where it's unattainable for majority of people. So, you know, if you guys pay for a subscription, that kind of gives you skin in the game. You know, it makes you want to use the service. The thing is, if I was doing this completely free, a lot of people will just not even use it. You know, people wouldn't show up to anything. People wouldn't copy the signals, and then they would just miss out on stuff. So that's just, you know, my logic behind all of this. But for the most part, I'm here to help you guys out for free. If you guys want free help, just come to these live webinars and ask me questions in the chat, and I can answer any question that you have, because I've been trading for so long. I probably ran into every single problem that you're running into now. So just you know, keep that straight up and be transparent with you guys. I think that's about it for this session. I'm currently in this trade, so if you guys want to enter the trade, I'm in it. You know, you can see I have real money in this account. This is a real account. I take all the trades that I call, so don't be worried if I ever call a trade. Just, you know, you'll know that it's a legit trade because I'm taking every trade. I have skin in the game as well. So that's about it, guys. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to reach out on Telegram. Otherwise, I'll catch you guys for the live session tomorrow. And if you guys haven't already, please like the video, and then you guys will get a notification that I'll be going live for my one-on-one mentoring session about 3 p.m. my time. So in about 5 hours, I'll be live again. And if you guys like the video and you guys subscribe, you guys will get an email from YouTube mentioning that I'm live. So catch you guys in a little bit if you guys decide to sit in on that one-on-one session. Otherwise, I'll catch you tomorrow for the live session tomorrow morning, so we can take on US 30 again. Otherwise, I'll catch you guys later, and I'll see you guys